Check me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me alive, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward, the battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a minor, but made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wonder why I come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather, be weather, be tripping, starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. As usual. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games, whole world clueless. Selling they soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a sliced extra mozzarella. Crew fly, leg guy propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge the teller? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame? Ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Ask what up? Vibe with the. Wise grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, Blerd Without Fear. Carter presents in the building. What's good, y'all? I hope everyone's doing fantastic. Having a scrum diddly-umptious weekend, or at least to start off to one. Carter, what's going on, pimp?
Well, I'm not gonna quote Ned Flanders is one thing that's going on. I'm not gonna do that. Hey, my name is Carter, and if there is one cartoon that you can still pick up and watch today that has aged beautifully, it's Recess.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
And I have now learned. I learned that we can call people that we may or may not have issues with, people that might be a little tad bit moronic. I'm just gonna start calling them Randalls.
There you go. I like that. I you know what? I second that. I second that. That's that is you know that is a correct answer. There you go. That's a correct answer. We don't really have a whole heap of a lot to talk about this week. Honestly, I was going to try and keep it a little news light. We are going to be talking about Ms. Marvel, the finale discussion that is advertised. We'll be talking about that. We're also going to have a special guest, Art by Quinton. And trying to think of what else. Maybe we might talk about some other little stuff here and there. I might give some opinions about a couple of things a little later. But first and foremost, welcome to the 163rd episode. God, 163rd episode of the Blerd Cave. Jesus Christ. What are we doing? But yeah, that said, we are going to go ahead and bring in our guest. We're actually going to talk with them first, and then we're going to get into Miss Marvel, because I want to chit-chat with them first, introduce you to these, well, for one, Quentin, and also their manager, Chase Danger. Some of y'all might know from the Discord. They will both be joining us here in just a moment, so we're going to go pull them in, and yeah, that's what I got. So, actually, real quick, what I'm going to do, Carter, let's see here. No, you're good. You don't have to do anything. You are perfect. Keep being you. Stay yourself, Carter. Stay yourself. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. Whoop! I didn't realize it was gonna look like that when I brought it back. Hold, let's do it this way. Bam! There we go. That's how we're gonna do it, y'all. We are back, ladies, gentlemen, sisters, brothers, others, everybody, kings, queens, cosmic beings. Y'all know the drill. It is. We're back in the mix, and of course, we have friends. So first and foremost, want to go ahead. Y'all already know Carter is. We already did introductions for him. But first and foremost, want to introduce our guest. We actually affectionately across all social media platforms, Art by Quinton. And then we also got the homie Chase Danger, who is like manager. Is that the preferred title or the preferred nomenclature?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh, wait. There you go. Oh, there you are. Bam.
There, I'm kind of
My man. There we go. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a I want to just go through right now. So basically for one, Chase has been one of the homies for a good while. Been in the part of the community. Also is been in the Discord, pretty much on the social medias. If you follow me anywhere, you've very likely seen his name pop up somewhere. Also, for those of you who don't know, was also very instrumental in helping us get an interview with Donnie Cates. So there you go. That was y'all. If y'all want to thank anybody for that wasn't me. Go thank Chase. Go thank that guy.
You pointed completely the wrong way. He pointed.
Oh wait, you know what it is? It's on mine. I'm mirrored. I'm mirrored, so technically the way that I can see me is the way that I actually pointed. So on my screen, I pointed the right way.
You pointed in a direction.
Yes. The screen the screen that's important that other people can see is the same screen I see. So right direction. But no, so and Art by Quinton, you are an artist who has, well, for one, phenomenal art. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. But also, I wish I actually had it here with me. I should have made sure that it was washed and was here on my person, which was not the case. But some of you may, excuse me, my God, some of you may or may not remember. Was it last week? I believe it was awesome little shirt that I was wearing. That was pretty much, it was the scene from Friday. Craig, Smokey, and with the damn, but it was the goats, the anime goats, Yusuke and Kuwabara.
You get a shirt, now don't get a shirt.
Carter, I talked to Ernie and I asked him if you were a fan of My Hero. He said no. I said, what about Yu Yu Hakusho? He said, not really. But I know you love Invincible. So next month, I got you.
You see how our people do us? You see how he didn't just lie to these people?
Well, no, wait a minute.
Really do be your own people sometimes.
Wait a minute. I have never heard you even so much as once talk about My Hero Academia.
You haven't seen me go to the bathroom. Don't mean I don't go in there.
I mean, hey, I don't know, man. You might have no butthole. You might be like the you might be like the Coneheads. You might be like the Coneheads, where they they didn't have buttholes. Yeah.
Wait, the Coneheads didn't have buttholes?
No, they didn't.
Yeah. The interview doesn't have a butthole.
Yeah, no butthole. No butthole.
Wrong, or like the show or whatever.
No poop shoot available on Kim Jong-il, and the Coneheads didn't have it either. It was traumatizing for me as a child when I saw that movie and they were walking around no butthole. It's like, where's the poop come out? They had two little things like above their butts, and I guess that's where the poop comes out, maybe. Or
I mean, I'd rather not know that.
See, there you go.
On the Blerd Cave, every week you find out interesting facts. Some you may not want to know.
I mean, sometimes
I tell people shit.
Sometimes you should just stay quiet, you know?
Yeah, it's one of those things. I feel like I have to share these things, my experiences. I have to share with the rest of the world so that they can be as traumatized as I am. I want them to be as traumatized as me.
And one day on Jeopardy, that may I'll say, who does not have buttholes for 1,000?
See, you never know. You might get that question. And if you weren't here, you would not know. You would not know. Now you know. Now you can say, yes, that was the thing that I had discovered. And I remember exactly where I was when it happened. But here, I'm actually going to bring up, I'm going to move this over to my side. Because y'all, that's boring stuff. No one needs to see that. Here, let's do this. I want to pull up this website so y'all can see it.
I actually did. I linked it in the chat forum as well.
My man, look at you being like on your job like the mob. Thank you for being you, Carter. Thank you for being you. There it is. And you know what? I'm gonna pin this message so that everyone can see it, even after it passes. So yeah, it's up at the top. Y'all can see it. Go check, because I kind of want y'all to follow along with me on this journey that we are about to go down. We're about to go on a journey, y'all. I just want y'all to understand that.
An art journey.
A journey into not a journey into mystery, but a journey into art. That's what we're about to do, y'all. So I have the website. It is pulled up as we speak. Let's see here. I want to show off. I want to show off some things that I thought were really cool. One particular of which I love this sort of stuff. It's funny to me. It makes me smile. Y'all, like, I'm not the hugest anime guy these days when it comes to like current anime, but I love like, yesteryear anime and even some more recent stuff. I'm a big Death Note guy, in case nobody knew. And
he don't like anime, but then he tried to throw that shit on me.
I said I don't like current anime.
Yeah, outside of this one, I know Boondock was coming up. Right?
Oh yeah, I just want to show y'all this. I just want to put this right here for everybody to see. And let's can we? I want to zoom this bad boy in. I just want y'all to see that. Like, it's just something that warmed my heart to see that. Yo, like you can see Riley out here on his worst behavior. Got a whole apple in his hand, probably writing names in the Death Note right now. His other hand's probably in a bag of flaming hot Cheetos. And and of course Huey, he's gonna be L. And you got a whole Uncle Ruckus. Whole Uncle Ruckus as Ryuk, one of my favorite anime characters of all time. But no, so that was one of the things, like when Chase first put me on to your art, Quinn, that was one of the first things I actually saw. So it was awesome to me, for one. So I was instantly like kind of sold on it. And but that wasn't. Oh, what was that, Carter?
No, I was gonna say, see, you saw Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one that went viral on
Mm-hmm.
Twitter for a minute because I had seen Quentin's Twitter stuff, and I'm just like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
some of this looks good. I might talk to him about like trying to get a commission done for this channel, so you all see more than CP when you click my name or something. And then I saw that My Hero Boondocks thing. So I'm like, I wonder if I can get a commission from him, like for like a couple $100 or something. And then I saw that My Hero Boondocks, and I'm like, oh yeah, this man probably charging some racks. This looks too good.
Well, yeah, for those who are wondering, here's one of them. I just pulled up on the screen right here, which is just insane. It is insane and just crazy to me. And
It's got proof. It's coming up. Got to be the full Boku no Boondocks.
Yeah, I like that. Can we?
I like that. I do like
You know
that.
what? I would be perfectly okay with the fact that they canceled the revival of the Boondocks if they came back with this. I'm just putting that out there. If they said, "Hey, look, the real reason why we canceled the Boondocks because we actually doing this is," I'd be like, all right, I guess I'll accept it.
But I had seen that like months ago, and I'm like, dude, yep, I don't know who this is, but. Yeah, this shit's gonna be my phone background. This is stolen.
It's like it's my shit. I mean, and like I said, that was just one of them. That we also got this one right here. I got pulled up here on the screen right now. Will Riley's trifling ass is Bakugo.
Yes.
So I mean, it's really. I mean, okay, so if y'all once again, if you go to the website in question, this is the type of stuff that you can expect to see. It just is this type of stuff that you expect to see. Like, and for those that were curious about some of the other stuff, one of the things that kind of I'm trying to see if I can actually let's see if I can find it here. For those who are, if you're like a Demon Slayer guy, like you want to see like some really cool like Demon Slayer art, like stuff like this right here, like there's all kinds of like cool like art prints and stuff that Quinn does. Is just like it's just amazing to me. I'm just like blown away. I'm blown away by it in large part. But like so I got it. So let me. I guess let's ask the obvious. Question, Quinn. When did you get started with art? When did you get started?
Forever ago. I think like 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
When I found my obsession with Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, and Pokemon. That's when I'm just like, okay, I need to start doodling some of this, and it evolved from there.
Hey, I'm not hating. I'm not hating. Yeah, I feel like especially when it comes to like just hand drawn art. I feel like everybody kind of starts in, well, not everybody, because there's some normies out there that too good for anime and comic books. But I feel like a fair share of people, kind of get their inspiration there, like just like, oh man, I was watching this show or I was reading this thing, and boom, next thing you know, here it is, it's happening right now. There you go. But now, I always like to go to this because one of the goats, Alex Ross, saw him post this one day. It was a picture of what he used to draw like. Because everybody sees like artists and they're like, oh man, you must have always been this good. So they're like, yeah man, you gotta you probably came straight out of the womb, just like throwing down on art. Hell, wait, here, wait, let's see if I got the, I remember here, I want to show this because this is the one from last week, but yeah, like, you just came out the womb doing stuff like that. You just came out just straight out of the womb. This was what you were making. And I saw that Alex Ross was like, oh, no, not at all. And he showed a picture of a dinosaur, I think, or something like that you drew that you couldn't tell was a dinosaur because it was ugly as fuck. It was ugly as fuck, not gonna lie. It made me look at Alex Ross different. It was like learning that your heroes are human. but like what like, so starting out like was it just stick figures? You just come straight out the gate just like boom, there you go, we just, this is what we doing now.
Oh, it was most definitely stick figures. That is drawing like like even now, like just like I like, which is, I mean, like all the compliments earlier, I'm just over here like, ugh, because like I see myself as trash. It's kind of like with like everybody's else's. So like it actually took a while for me to actually just like sell my first like painting. Because like I do like gallery stuff too, and then like this, it was so funny. One of my like now friends, she was trying to buy this painting for me for like $250, and I was just like, you don't want that. And she's like, I want that. I was like, nah, you don't. And she had to go to the gallery person and say, hey, stop him. Take my money here. I want to buy this.
He's too humble. That's why he needs me, because I'm the egomaniac. Because when I first met him at Con last year, I set the stage for it. I come down the escalator and I go into Artist Alley. And the first thing I saw was that Boondocks My Hero Academia. And my door dropped, and I made a beeline right for the table, and I'm looking at it, I'm just like, oh, shit. All right, I need this. I was like, how much is this? He's like, oh, the prints for $20, but if you buy 3, they're 3 for $50, and then everything after that is $10, half price. And I'm like, all right, first of all, that's too cheap. Number 2, but we're still selling them for that price, though, so it's bargains. But I start looking through, and I'm like, wait, you got Mirko from My Hero? You got this? Wait, Boondocks, He had so much stuff. Next thing I know, I'm walking away from the booth spending $100, and I realized, hopefully one day I'll be friends with this man, and maybe business partners or something, so I can afford all this art, because he's got too much dope shit for my bank account. So he's too humble. He doesn't like the compliments. He's not used to them. He was sitting there that day like, oh, thank you. I'm like, dude, your shit is my anxiety.
I'm a sweaty hot mess, glasses falling off my face, and in a city and state I've never been in, trying to sell things, like just like, oh yes, please buy my stuff, I'll dance for you. Just like it was something else.
Who is this black man?
Oh my God.
Who is this black man with these skills? I must have him.
Look, I kind of empathize though, because like, it's one of those things, like, my wife gets on me about this all the time, because she's always like, you need to, like, put some respect on your name. Put some respect on your name. Put your own damn name, for Christ's sakes. Because anyone who's, like, y'all may not know this about the, Blerd with the I know Carter knows this. But, like, anyone who's ever, like, worked with me on any, like, I guess, semblance of a major level, basically what you would quickly learn is that I don't promote myself, like, not like in the way that I think other people should promote themselves. I'm pretty low key. I don't really big up anything. I'm just kind of like, yep. Like for instance, even when we had Rob and Dope Spill on, like, to anyone who was like, just, a person who was kind of behind the curtain, behind the scenes with us, or other people around, I was just like, yeah, that was the thing that happened. But, like, where, like, anybody else probably would and should have been like, yo, this is what's happening. It's not because, like, I didn't care. It's because I did. It's just that I'm not very, like, I'm never comfortable promoting myself, so I totally get that. I feel like people who are in that position probably do need somebody to come in. You need a hype man. You need somebody to come and be like, hey, dude, this guy's amazing. Y'all go check this out, man. Yeah. We used to always make fun of Puff Daddy, but sometimes you need a Puff Daddy. You need somebody in the background just bigging you up.
Really pale. I got my somewhere around
and actually, like that, there's like another side to that whole, just like, just like really like not really wanting to like promote myself too much. It's like, well, I also do a lot of stuff out of spite, like just like I call myself trash all the time, but let a motherfucker call my stuff trash to me, and I'm like, hold on, now I got to try to show out, and so that's when just like full promoter me comes out, when I'm just like, let me just show these motherfuckers I ain't playing.
Look, I can tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. See, he'd be like, oh, you call it. Okay, here.
Yes.
Bam! Yeah. Am I trash now? Y'all see this Dobby I got right here? get the fuck out of here.
Actually, I like up my art game, just like out of spite. Like once more, I remember the moment. There was like this kid in 6th grade. We were all drawing Dragon Ball Z, and he goes, "Is that all you can draw?" And then like walked away. I was like, now I gotta start drawing real people. This is crazy.
It's like, all right. Well, he's like, no, I see you. I see you. I mean, but you know, I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. That's as a person who grew up doing art, I was kind of in the same boat, and sometimes I would draw things out of spite just to shut people up, and it just because sometimes it's one of those things you kind of almost can't address it. You just gotta be like, nah, I'm gonna let the skills, I'm gonna let the talent speak for itself. And
exactly.
Yeah, you just And honestly, I do feel like sometimes maybe it does. For as shitty behavior as that is for people to like, be like, that's all you do. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, you need some haters. You need some haters on your roster. You need some folks coming. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not encouraging people to do this to me because I will totally ban you, and you will. I'll move on with my day like nothing ever happened. But like, I remember in the early days of me doing YouTube, I would get comments all the time like, "Oh man, you just a broke ass Comics Explained. Oh man, you some trash." Or they would just make fun of me as a person, irrespective of the channel or whatever. And not gonna lie, that shit was motivation to just like keep being better. Like I wouldn't acknowledge it, but I would just be like, "Okay, y'all think I'm trash now, but." Yeah, y'all gonna regret that. Y'all gonna regret that.
No disrespect to any of the other creators out there, but if you would have told me that every Saturday I would have been making appointment viewing out of a YouTube show with 2 guys cutting it up about comic books, other pop culture stuff, I would have said, there's no way in hell, because I don't spend that much time on YouTube and I'm not doing that. But when I said the other week, when I was in the chat and I said, Ernie, I said that you guys helped get me through the pandemic, I meant that shit.
I did too.
Like, I never thought like I'd be on YouTube and I'm going like, oh, I'm gonna spend some money to super chat just to chat with you guys, because I would sit there and every time you were saying something about a show, I'm like, God damn, that's exactly what I feel about that show. This guy is like, and then Carter's just funny as shit, and I'm like, okay, I gotta watch this every week. And I sat there priding myself on that streak, and that streak only got broken when I went through a deep depression that I have to say, if it wasn't for this man, I never would have got out of it.
Hey. So
like, to be on this show right now, this is surreal for me. It's and you guys don't promote yourselves enough because you're both amazing, and that's coming from the heart. Like,
it's funny when Quentin said that like he feels like he had to draw real people now just to kind of, it's in the nicest way possible, slap the shit out of somebody just with his art. So like if you go on the site, Ernie, I think that's Richard Pryor you have on the site, correct?
Yeah.
Which looks really fucking good. And I'm like, well,
actually,
he drew real people.
Yeah, I'm about to say here. I actually got pulled up here.
Yeah, that's another one that I really genuinely really like. That looks really good because it looks like he's on a TV and the TV's kind of fucking up with the tracking and stuff. I'm like, that is dope. That is dope.
Yeah. And let's keep it 1 million. This should look cold, motherfucker. So let's just look, the mustache, perfect. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just and that's not the only.
You say that, but like the amount of times I got, is that Lionel Richie? And I'm like, okay.
I'd be like, come here.
Okay.
Come here.
All right.
Come here.
I just escort those people away from the booth at the Comic-Con. I'm like, nah,
look,
let me take you to another booth. You can't be here anymore.
They would get bust upside the head with this. I'd be like, bah! You done messed my book up.
But I really did like doing that one too.
Look, you lucky that these hard covers are heavy, because they would have got hit with that. They'd have got. Look, I'd have bust them upside the head with this Charles Soule Daredevil.
I mean,
they'd have got bust upside the head with it. a murder weapon.
Huge.
It is heavy. It is as heavy as it looks. But no, like but yeah, you do all kinds of like really like cool and just really I would actually say probably like, and I'm looking at one. Here's another one just for because I always like showcasing the stuff that makes me feel. And like I got this one up right here. The Pisces. This is the Pisces print that I got pulled up here, and it's pretty amazing looking. It is pretty amazing looking. And I just like it just looks awesome. Like it's chill. It's like it's super chill, and it's something I would put on my wall. Just full disclosure. But yeah, like there's all kinds of like awesome. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna actually just put this up here just for like because I want y'all to see this part. But like yeah, like if you just kind of go through here, like dude has all kinds of like amazing art. It's like just and not to quote Rob or anything. But like just going through here, like I'm just scrolling through, and it's just like bruh, it's just all kinds of amazing stuff. Like just from all corners of like whether anime, comics, movies, whatever. So like yeah, matter of fact, you know what? This right here, I didn't see this one before, and I'm pulling this up because I feel like this is appropriate. The This Is America print.
Oh.
Yeah, like that is amazing. Like that, like this is the type of stuff that I get into. But actually this right here, the Nakia Okoye from Black Panther, like just this type of stuff I love to see it. I love to see stuff like this.
And like with like there've been a lot of like weird coincidences also, like just like that piece of Nakia Okoye. Yeah, like Lupita Nyong'o shared that when it was not even done.
What?
and so I was like, oh crap, she shared it. And so I tried really quick. And of course she didn't share it when it was done. I mean, just like I was kind of fake bitter about it. I'm like, how dare she be busy? Too busy to share work. How could she? I still love her, but
yeah, it's like, man, ain't this about a bitch? But no, I mean, let's be real here. Like, I just want to put this out here that we got an Academy Award winning actress sharing your work. If that ain't respect, I don't know what is.
He didn't even bring up the Jordan Peele when he did the Us poster, and Jordan Peele and they wanted to buy that.
Yeah.
What? Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I did like a little like poster for the movie Us when it came out, just like a little fan art poster, and Jordan Peele shared it and called it epic, and I may have been so excited I almost threw up.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
When like Universal Studios was in my inbox saying, "Hey, we'd like to chat with you," and I'm just like, "Oh, don't tell me to take it down."
Look, bruh, I'm gonna need you to start putting some real respect on your name.
Man, that's what I'm sitting here thinking about. It's like I'm gonna need you at some point to be like, "Yeah, I'm that one." I'm gonna need you.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to put some real deal, like full on respect on your name.
I mean, one day I will. I gotta find it first. I think it's behind some dumpster. I don't know. I just gotta.
Actually, I you know what, and I'm gonna put this out here because I think that this is something that I've said about a lot of people. Not this is the exact same thing, but I always used to say about like comic artists that if you can look at the raw pencils of a comic artist, and see like something amazing, like just the raw pencils, no inks, no colors, no nothing. That tells you just how good someone is. And what and just in art in general, if you can evoke an emotion from me with just like black and white, no colors, whether it be just, pencils, charcoal, whatever, that's also a key sign to me that, somebody's out there. And so I just want to put this up on the screen real quick. This right here. Also because I am a weirdo who has obsessions with the not so much H.P. Lovecraft. I don't give a flying fuck about H.P. Lovecraft, but all the work that has been derived from the things that he wrote that weren't racist. I love stuff like that.
Oh,
yes. Descent.
That's it. That's an interesting one because that one was actually like an 8-hour long live art demonstration.
What?
Like, I was at like this event in my hometown in Peoria, Illinois, and like there was like this like event called like Ignite Peoria, and like there was like I had this like blank like 4 foot by 3 foot canvas, and I was very sweaty because like the whole social anxiety thing, and people were walking by like, who is this sweaty black man? And so I just had a bunch of like charcoal and just graphite and just like was like painting with like paint brushes on it and just like erasing, and like 8 hours like later, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm done.
This man said 8 hours, Carter.
It was an 8-hour long event, and I'm just over here like, let me just draw while I'm not doing anything.
You know what? You just put something in perspective to me because I never thought about that before. Because I've been to conventions where, you'll see like artists, whether they're comic, anime, general, whatever. And they'll just be sitting there chilling, just working on stuff, just doing random and sundry. Like, just the idea of just sitting in one. I don't think I've ever sat in one place for that long and done anything that creative. Like, I just once again I'm putting this back up on the screen because I have to. But y'all. I have no words. 8 hours. 8 hours. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what it should be called. You should just put it literally on the title. 8 hours.
actually, I have to say that. Like, just like me myself, I hate sitting in one place for a long time, which is why I had it up on like an easel and I was like running around, like just like throwing stuff on it. Just like I had to get my legs moving because like that's sitting in the same spot. I mean, just like. I got to do it sometimes, but whenever I get a chance to stand up, I'm just like, oh, I'm up. Let me just make it.
The only thing I've done for 8 hours straight is work retail, sleep, or
don't remind us, Jesus Christ.
That's about it,
bruh.
So I say this with all the love in the world, because again, like first thing I'd seen from you was My Hero and the Boondocks crossover, which looked fucking fantastic, and then I see the Richard Pryor now, and it looks fucking fantastic. At some point, you do have to say, you know what? I mean, because look, hell, you're on here. We're talking to you. We're gushing over your art, not actually, because gross, but
metaphorically.
There you go. At some point, you have to kind of pull. You got to pull something out your Steph Curry bag, saying, you know what? I can go out there and just make a highlight reel. I can go out there and get a triple double. You know what? I am that nigga. And I don't like using that word a lot. And I would tell you not to use it around Chase Danger because he might say it just to let you know you are that nigga. And then you have to pepper spray him. But I'm just saying.
Well, you don't have to.
Hey, I've gone 47 years without doing that.
So you might be saying it from a place of love. You are that nigga, but then you got to get choked out just off principle. But what I'm saying is,
you're putting the Cobra clutch.
I love you, Chase. You only going to nap for an hour. That's all you got to tell me.
Read your bedtime story.
Miss Gladys might come out of nowhere and get me.
Hey, we don't talk about that here. We don't talk.
but no, I mean, yeah.
Because and I say that because Ernie had to do it. I had to do it. Ernie had to do it when Rob popped up, and a little bit before that. It sunk in for me when some random person, it was two things. It was one, when the Rob stuff happened and people were like, man, this is dope. This is like, they called Ernie and I Talib Kweli and Mos Def.
Oh yeah, Black Star.
And then it took me like an hour to try to figure out which one of us was Mos Def and which one of us was Talib Kweli. And then I was at a comic shop, and you all have heard this story before, but I was at a comic shop, and I'm in LA, so it's COVID, mask mandate, the whole nine, and I'm just looking at books, and then I just hear, hey, I know you don't know me, Carter, Blerd Cave. Don't know how the hell he knew who I was with a damn mask on, but just proceeds to tell me how much of a fan he was, and that was the first time something like that had ever happened. So, and I say all that to say, you have to get to a point where, even if it's just one time, if it's a one-off, you have to get to a point where you can say, you know what, even if it's just you kind of half-assing it, you know what, I am good when I want to be.
Yeah,
I'm a bad man when I want to be. So that's what I say, because just you all, again, look at what he has on that site. I'll put his socials up in a sec, but just dude,
yes, please.
If you were to say I'm the fucking man, you would be well within your rights too.
Yes, you would be more than in your right to do
Absolutely.
so.
Absolutely. You are wearing a shirt of something you did. Ernie was wearing a shirt of something you did. I would have been, but he lied about my anime preferences.
Oh,
but
I apologize. You never talk about My Hero, and I've never heard you talk about Yu Yu Hakusho. I just drew the assumption that you did.
That's a perfect segue. That's a perfect segue, because next month, this guy right here,
the man,
this guy right here, and it's being altered as we speak. He's hard at work on it. There was a concept that I came up with when we were in DC at AwesomeCon, and I posted something on social media and hashtag something, and then I looked at him and I said, "That's the shirt for next month." Because what we're doing is, to his point, I said to him the other month, I said, "Look, you have your prints. You sell your prints. Everybody has your prints. We're always selling them. Everybody can get them off the website. We need something that people can feel attached to your brand, where it's like a collector's item, where they feel they can get in on day one and have something that they're going to keep for years." So I told them, I said, "Look, we'll do T-shirts, but we're not just going to put all your stuff on T-shirts. Each month we do 2 shirts, give people choices, do a couple colors, premium shirts that won't shrink, won't fade, what have you." We started off with the Friday Yu Yu Hakusho one, and we did the Riley and Huey brothers shirt. And we started with those 2. But next month it's the Omni-Man, which is coming, which I can't even say what it's going to say on it yet until we drop it before someone steals it, just in case. And the other one just went live. It's the Pikachu Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen mashup that we're calling Pika Sensei. And he said to me initially, when I told him, "Look, this is what we're going to do," he was like, "You're going to find that the Art by Quinton brand isn't that popular, that these aren't going to sell like you think they're going to sell." That's what he thought. I told him, "You watch what happens when I put this out there." And we put it out there, and the first night we got so many hits on the site and issues with the site, because the site was crashing, because people were trying to get on there to buy the shirts because they're only available for 1 month. We took these things out to conventions, selling out everything that we had stock on hand. I have to shout her out. She's in this chat. My friend Nadira had to go to my house in my basement, box up all the shirts I had left, and overnight them to Chicago so I would have stuff to sell last weekend, because we didn't have anything left to sell, because everything that we packed and took with us on the road was gone. Wow. The Art by Quinton brand is that hot. He just has to accept it and realize.
Quentin, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to hold the mic up when I say it. At some point, you have to admit and say to yourself, "I'm the man."
It's slowly getting to that point. I guess like especially recently, when the voice actors of the characters on this shirt actually just bought the shirt and been shouting it out.
Yeah, Chris Sabat, if you know who Chris Sabat is, and
of course.
Yusuke and Kuwabara, they are now basically friends of the brand, I should say. Like Chris, I go walk up to him, I cut his line in front of people. I try not to. I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry. But I go up to him, he'll be like, oh, hey, come on over. And we chop it up. He sends people to our booth. It's kind of weird. It's very weird.
I'm just so awkward around, like, I guess like anybody, just like like I think it was like Denver when like he just like I think it was on Saturday. He was like our first customer. He's like walked up. I was like, oh, it's you again. It's just like just a whole ass just like famous person. I'm just like, okay, let's not talk to him like that.
He came up. He's like, wait a minute. Oh, wait, you got shirts now? Brian, you holding out on me? I was like, no, we just put them out this week. He's like, all right, well, I need this one. And then he's giving us, we're trying to give him change. He's like, wait, you have 2 colors? He's like, I need the other one too. And then walked up, took a photo of him. I said, can I use this in advertising? He was like, did the All Might voice. He was like, 100% you can use it in advertising.
Look.
Plus Ultra, whatever. I was like, all right, I'm done.
Bruh. Well, let me tell you something. Let me pull the mic in. Quentin, I'm going to need you to start putting some respect on your name. I'm going to need you to quit bullshitting.
Somebody in the chat just said it. Brush your shoulders off, King.
Mm-hmm. Dude, look,
Brush
hey,
'em.
look. Here's what I need you to do.
You
get Quentin. I'm gonna give you some homework. I'm gonna need you to go pull up John Cena's "Bad Man" and just play it on repeat. And I want you to listen to it until you start walking around saying, "I'm a bad man." You're just gonna have to do it. I'm just gonna have to.
You see how Chase brushed lint off his shoulder, but there was nothing there. He just had to do it on principle because that's how good you are. You see what I'm saying?
He had to brush his shoulders off for you.
I gotta put the heat on in the house because this guy's his art's too cold.
Dude,
really,
that was a nice line. That was
I like
it.
I like it.
I would give
Look,
Chase props.
let me give you a little right there. But no, you gotta and like I said, I'm the worst person because I don't take my own advice. But yeah, I think dude, if you have celebrities out here, and I want to just real quick because I want to pull this up because I want y'all to see this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's crying shame. Man ain't giving himself his. Give this man his flowers so he can give them to himself. And real quick too, because I want to make sure that because I want to make sure we're actually talking about this. So we got on the website, which by the way, I want to make sure y'all, it's up there at the very top, artbyquinton.com. I want to make sure y'all are y'all go check the site out. There is a promo code that you can use on the website, and it should be easy enough for anyone in this chat to remember. But
I set it up last night.
Yeah, he actually hit me up and let me know, and I was like, oh. But this is, and actually, I'm gonna put this in because I want to make sure that I'm actually typing this in as we speak.
Yeah. And you can go, actually, you can even circumvent the artbyquinton.com. You can go straight to Linktree, where it's linktree.ee/Art by Quinton.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easiest way. That takes you direct in, and then you have the different product categories. You just click print shop,
mm-hmm.
and you're going to see the prints, you're going to see the shirts, and the discount code is 10% off. It works on everything, and it works through next week, Sunday. So like nine days, I think it's set up for. Yep.
Okay. See.
He's better at me than advertising, so
That's right.
Okay, real quick, because Tube's the one said it in chat, because when Ernie, when you told me who we were going to be talking to, I wanted to look at the site myself, and that's when I realized, oh shit, it's this dude who did the Miami joint. Let me see what else he got right. This man got a whole site. I just thought this was some shit I saw on Twitter that went viral, that just got lost to the abyss because I messed up. My old phone got messed up. So when I saw Miss Bellum, I said, Lord have mercy.
There we go.
When I saw just Miss Bellum looking thick with the Fisher Price phone, I said, if that had been my babysitter.
Bruh.
Oh,
like I said, just it is what it is. Like I just wanted to put that up there. But it just I just put the website in there with the promo code. Y'all go check that out.
Yes, I am attempting to buy the brother shirt as we speak.
Look, this man.
And just to let y'all know what happens with the shirts, we do something really unique with the shirts is every time you buy a shirt, you get a raffle ticket code. I send those out individually, painstakingly by myself. I sent out like 100 emails the other day. My hand cramped up. But I send those out and you will get a code. And at the end of the month, when we retire the 2 designs for the month, we pull winners. There's going to be some second place, third place winners. But the grand prize winner, we select colors of the shirt that are available that we did not use for the shirt. One winner then gets to pick from those colors that we didn't use. They get a one-of-a-kind shirt of one of the retired shirts with a certificate of authenticity. So that way, they have something that when this man is doing films or whatever he's doing in the future, and you now have a collector's item. If you want him to sign the shirt, he'll sign it. But if you don't, he won't be offended because who wants ink on a T-shirt? But that's why we got the we got the certificate of authenticity in there. And the first month was the Brothers shirt and Damn, and next month it's Pika Sensei and the Omni Man, and we're just gonna go from there. And if anybody sees any of Quinton's art on the site, and they think, damn, I want that as a shirt, let us know. You can email bseaman@artbyquinton.com. That's SEMON. And I will take all your feedback. I would love to have it. Or you can just hit me at TheChaseDanger on Instagram.
Dude.
Feels weird advertising my stuff.
Dude, look.
No,
Bam. No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. I'm putting up art. I'm putting up art. I'm putting up art right now. You have to accept it. You have to accept it. Look at this, y'all. Pokemon Digimon. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all.
That looks so good, man.
That's what we put as a poster out in front of the booth, and people always walk by. Who do you think would win? And it turns into the whole thing.
Look, Quinn. I'm gonna have to hit you with that with my Macho Man Randy Savage impersonation. You don't have to like it, but you gotta accept it.
The cream of the crop. Mm-hmm.
Look, the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah. Look, just put some respect on your name,
I'm not even gonna
sir.
Into the danger zone.
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
See,
Me and Ernie will be here all day with wrestling impersonation.
We out here. We here, Chase. We here.
We out here.
But no, I just.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
If you guys do order from the website, just please bear with us. The shirts, we ship them all out at the end of the month when we retire the 2 designs. Other than the physical ones we bring to the cons.
Mm-hmm.
And prints and posters and stuff, we try to ship them out every 2 weeks, schedule permitting, because we are at like a convention every damn weekend. That's why I look run through and tired right now. We're doing San Diego Comic-Con next week, and then we've got Otakon the week after that. So if anybody will be at San Diego Comic-Con, Otakon, come see us. We will be at Fan Expo Boston, Fan Expo Canada. Man, what else?
FanX, Salt Lake City.
Yeah, if it says FanX on it or Fan Expo, we'll probably be there. Crunchyroll Expo, we will be there.
Kind of just started applying to a bunch of places.
Yeah, just check the if you're at the art, if you follow the Art by Quinton Instagram, we will always put up an ad at least a week to 2 weeks before the convention, and we've got so many. I am like, seriously, I don't even know what city I'm in anymore. I'm home now, I think.
Like, you sure it's your house? You sure?
My cats are upstairs, so I'm pretty sure I'm.
He's like, I think no, it's homeception. It's homeception. You're not really home. You're still.
I need Doctor Strange to just open up the little portals so I can hop out into the city and not have to be on these planes.
Look, man, just look. Woo, man, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, y'all putting in the Lord's work, because I know I see y'all are always at the cons. Y'all are always at these conventions, like putting in the good work. And yeah, I'm just gonna say it one last time, Quinn, please Put some respect in your damn name. And y'all make sure to go to the website. Go to the website. Use promo code Blerd Cave. That'll get you 10% off. And if and you know also if you get like, you know, whether you get a shirt, you get a print, you get whatever you get, go on social media, share that shit. Go. I want you to treat this shit. Y'all remember 1989 Michael Keaton Batman? I want you to treat it like Batman. I want you to tell all your friends about me. that's the energy, Quinton, I want you to come with from now on. I want you to grab people by the lapels and bring them in close and turn on the Michael Keaton. Just be like, I want you to tell all your friends about me. I'm Art By Quinton. Buy my prints.
Like watch this. The day I finally put some respect on my name, I turned into a whole ass anime villain. like shoving kids.
Wait a minute. See, I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna end up coming to one of these cons. I'm gonna see this man at the table, and I'm be like, "Hey, Quinton, what's up, pimp?" And he just gonna turn, and he gonna have the anime glasses. He gonna turn and be like, and then the shing. And then the ominous anime music. He won't be speaking English. He'll just be speaking that deep ass Japanese voice that all Japanese anime villains speak. Like that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. And
you are so nasty for that.
Ryan's gonna be next to me confused. Like, when did you get all this and also learn Japanese? Like, I don't know.
Like, wait, I was on Duolingo learning.
Look, this Mulberry City talking about some Art By Quinton. Dinsetsu. Yeah, dude. Like he'll pull he'll pull like the anime sword out of his hand, like from nowhere. Just, ding. And next time. That's what it's gonna hit us with.
Let me tell you something. You better be the best damn anime villain you can be, because those are 9 times out of 10. Those little backstory arcs, so we could see how they became the way they became, be the longest, most coldest one.
I mean, I'm Kira, so hey.
There you go. Oh, see, there you go. Look, see, he's doing it.
Give that to you.
He doing that, y'all. He doing it. He said, "Nah, I ain't trying to be Hokage." He's like, "I ain't trying to be Hokage." He's like, "Fuck that. I'm not trying to be the world's greatest pirate." So I'm trying to be. I'm about to hit y'all. This art book is the Death Note. But no, I want to for last but not least, I do want to thank you guys for coming on, chit chatting with us. Talking about the art. I hope each and every one of y'all in the chat is checking it out and checking out the website. You like something, you see something, hey, get it. Yeah, get it while this guy is not too expensive. Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, he got Lapita out here sharing this shit. He got Jordan Peele hitting him up. He got anime voice actors and shit buying shirts. I'm going to tell you right now, y'all might want to get him right now while y'all can get it for the low, because he probably, but your boy probably about to be on some next level shit here. Y'all go show up next week and it's going to be, nah, pimp, nah, man, $60, $70 a head, man. I can't, I can't drop the print off for no less than 100.
When Chase finally turns the power on in his head and that light bulb finally goes off, ain't none of us gonna be able to afford this shit. So get it while you can.
Yeah, please.
While you can.
But any final things y'all wanted to share with us?
No, I mean, I just want to say, thank you guys
for
having us on. This has been personally just like, I had to put Quinton onto you guys, but this is like I said, it's surreal to me because it means a lot. Like, this is the first time I've been on YouTube, and to be on with you guys, who I've considered not only people I'm a fan of, but friends of for a while. One of these days, me and Ernie gonna play Monster Hunter. I don't know when.
Yeah,
what is
2067
or something? But it's fine.
Look, the sad part is that like you know what happens? Every time that I get ready to boot up Monster Hunter, I realize like how much I have to do to prepare to play the game, and I'm like.
Oh my god!
See,
and I just get tired.
I don't even have it now because now I'm on the road. Now I can't play it.
See, and I'm the complete opposite. Now I'm not like Ernie. I'm not playing what's that, Rise?
Yeah.
Oh, Monster Hunter Rise, yeah.
See, I'm still like 500-600 hours. I'm still on World, enjoying my damn self.
And see, sad things, I've been trying to get him to come back. Dude, I've been trying to get Carter to jump back on because I was like, I kind of want to play, but I don't want to play. I was like, man, get on this Rise, get on this. He's like, nah, I'm good. He's like, I'm gonna stick with World.
I'm gonna tell you why. When I saw that trailer for the new monsters they got coming out, and then I saw the monster that was the bane of my existence from Monster Hunter 4, I said, yeah, I'm not touching that.
He's like, no.
I'm good.
He's like, I'm a grown ass man. I ain't got time to be torturing myself.
I did my time on that 3DS with that damn monster, and I almost threw my 3DS across the room. I served my sentence. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you should have seen like he was trying to introduce me to. Well, actually, it was like when I was first starting to play Monster Hunter Rise, and I was trying to go through like the whole like, little introduction thing or whatever, like a little like tutorial thing. I was fully high with him on the phone with me, and I was like, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't know who I'm supposed to see. I'm seeing people talking. I'm not reading what they're saying. Help me, oh God, help me.
Yeah, he's like, I did a weed before, and I was like, man, you can't be high when I'm trying to explain it to you. I was like, it's a little complicated.
I only did one though. It was only one.
Look, hey, sometimes it be like that, man. Yeah, there have been some times I've been off that edible, man. I've been off that edible, just like
that's what it is, man.
Look, I just be like, I don't know what's going on.
So real quick, Absolute Venom in the chat saying y'all out here trying to turn him into Aaron Yeager. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
I mean, that's my favorite anime.
That's number one, right? Number two, y'all know good and hell well, from the beginning to about to be the end, y'all asses are still fans of Aaron Yeager, even though he had that switch.
Look,
even though he turned, y'all still riding for him hard as hell. Go ride for Quinton. Go.
Ride. Thank you. Like the way Aaron used to be on them little Spider-Man lines, like trying to get to the Titans. That's what y'all need to be doing for Quinton. Out here just swinging, that's what y'all need to be doing. And but y'all don't get to turn into giant monsters though. But no, thank you.
Quinton is at the point where he can turn into the Titan. He might wipe a couple motherfuckers out, but he feels bad about it. We need him to get to that Aaron Yeager that turns into the Titan, wipe a whole city out, and he just like he getting his shoulders brushed by a white man. That's what we need right now.
He just be like,
like I mean, Aaron said, fuck them kids.
Dude, hey. He told no lies.
He told no lies.
But dude, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for coming on, and hopefully we get to do this again.
I would love to, because towards the end of the year, I'm waiting on a trademark. I'm waiting on a trademark. There's a group right now on Facebook that I got called the Geek Hub. That name was taken, I think, by some tech company or something. So I have another one, and once that comes through, we're changing that whole community up. I'm trying. My whole dream and this whole thing started with, I just wanted to have a platform to take folks like you guys, Quinton, other people out there like Marcus Williams or Greg Burnham with Tuskegee Airs, people that I meet, Greg
Goats,
Anderson,
by the way, Goats.
with It's Nana the Were Spider, people that I meet that have cool stuff that don't have a big enough platform and should have a bigger one, to try to, instead of me telling people one-on-one about like, oh, look at this cool thing, to just broadcast it and have a community where racism, homophobia, harassment, all that kind of stuff is not allowed, and to get the toxicity out of the community. And I can't say the name of the thing that I'm trying to trademark before somebody trademarks it and tries to hold me up for a bunch of money. But once that comes through, if I get it trademarked, yeah, and because he's going to be a huge part of that, and we would love to come through and talk about that if and when that happens. Hopefully toward the end of the year. So.
Well, hey, I for one, I'll be keeping my fingers crossed, and just like I said, dude, I'm sending nothing but positive energy y'all's way, because y'all are doing awesome things, and once again, put some fucking respect on your name, Quinton. But with that, we're gonna take a quick break. And then we will be back.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank y'all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And now that we're back, we're gonna get into some Miss Marvel. There we go. Miss Marvel discussion. But before we do that, I want to go through all the super chats we got up here. So we're gonna do that. Alrighty. Actually, I kind of messed that up. Let's do this. Let's do this instead. Yeah, can we? There we go. And where are my? Okay, there it is. Bam. All right. We got one here from Gokon Shuri's baby's father with a $5. So you know that video of the guy doing that villain laugh while sliding in the car? That's Kevin Feige after the episode drop. You ain't lying.
Don't you have that as one of yours?
I think
during
I
the whole StreamYard era.
Yeah, I did actually. That was one of mine. Actually, I don't have it. I that's one of the ones I need to remember to put that on the thing for here. But one day. We also got one from the homie Jamal Simmons with a $5 super chat. Says, Carter and Blerd, what's your opinion of Miss Marvel being a mutant instead of Inhuman? We're gonna talk about that here very shortly, actually. We also got Absolute Venom with the $9.99. Says, can't stay long as I'm at Comic Palooza and meeting Jock. Ooh, dude, Jock is nasty. I please buy something off him and tell him that Blur Without Fear is a fan. So having him draw Batman on a blank cover. So see you on the other side, dude. Love to see it. We also got the homie, Poe Archery Media, a.k.a. Antoine Ghost Mitchell, out here. He of Sankofa's Embrace, which, by the way, go check it out. It says Ms. Marvel was already awesome to me. 7 minutes into the finale, I was already saying it's my favorite Disney Plus show. But that reveal at the end, #mutant and proud. We also got the homie Roy Bot06 says, lending my spirit energy to this meeting of amazing minds. Love you all. Man, we appreciate you, pimp. And then, of course, we also got the homie Gabriel the Dark Knight with the 1999 super chat. Says show and support for Blerd, Carter, and the guests. Appreciate what you guys do. Thank you so very much.
I didn't expect that to come out, so I wasn't quick with the mute. I wasn't quick.
Oh, man. It's okay, man. It's okay, Yanks. I'm out here. We also got Go Contrary's Baby's Father says, Blerd, you friends with Jay-Z, son?
Man, I'm going to say it again. He almost got banned for that super chat.
Look, here. I'm also, I meant to actually, here, replace pin message. I'm going to put that up there so that way it's at the top. Y'all can go check that out. But don't forget, promo code BLERDCAVE. Go get 10% off the Art by Quinton website. Please and thank you. Go check it out. We love y'all. Carter, you ready to talk? Let's be real here. So the Ms. Marvel finale came in hot with the reveal. We're gonna spend time talking about the whole episode because honestly, the episode just one big, just sequence of events that was amazing to watch. It was cool. It felt like something I would read in a Ms. Marvel comic. That's all I will say about that. What I really want to focus on is, just how awesome Iman Vellani was in that final episode, and what they did with the powers. With her abilities, how they basically, the thing that everybody complained about, they tackled it in a way that I felt was really fucking cool. They did it in a way that I thought was really fucking cool. You see here, like, just the classic Ms. Marvel with the big hands, even though, like I said, she's not doing the stretchy thing. She's not doing the stretchy business, but apparently what we did learn about this is that the the power set that they gave her is actually inspired, and Iman Vellani actually confirmed this herself. It's actually inspired by a mutant in the Marvel Comics universe, which I thought was cool. Carter, you are wearing a mask. What's up, bro? I can't hear you.
No.
He's like, no, I'm just masked up. This is what I do now. He's like, this is me. This is me now. This is what I do. This is the thing I do. He's like, this is my thing. Oh, God damn it. But no, what I liked about this was that the whole time this was going on, and I don't know, maybe I saw it but didn't realize it. I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult to say. But what I really dug about this, and the fact that it was once again confirmed by Iman Vellani that this was the case. But for those who were, who watched Ms. Marvel, or if you didn't watch Ms. Marvel, you maybe saw images of Ms. Marvel, and you're like, this is not for me because, I hate they changed her powers or whatever. If you really look at it, it is basically armor. Like, she is basically armor, but in the MCU. And she even said that armor was the inspiration behind the way they changed the power set that she has. And you can kind of see it in this. Like, you can see, it's basically the whole kind of crystal shell. It's basically just something that kind of pops up over her, or whatever. I thought that was cool. But, Carter, what did you think? What did you think of the finale?
I'm a bad person.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I think I always feel like this when I see certain scenes like this. But
you don't like teenagers.
No. That's not where this was going. Well, okay, let's say this because I don't want to. Well, you already talking about mutants and stuff. I was really, really hoping that she killed that white woman.
Oh, talk about the chick from Damage Control.
Yeah, I was really hoping that woman got crushed by a car or something.
Yeah,
but I know this is a show for the children, so I knew she was gonna have to get her come up in some other way. But I highly doubt that's the last we've seen of her because she was too good at her role of being someone who got on my goddamn nerves. But
that's kind of her thing. I don't know if have you ever seen her in
I've seen her in several things, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah, like we're talking about this woman right here. She's very good at playing bad people. Like she was the warden of the prison in Orange Is the New Black originally. The original warden.
That's who that was.
Yeah, she's really good at playing terrible people. So yeah, don't be surprised by that. But I did think it was interesting that they went the direction that they ultimately wound up going with her character. Like, cause I mean, they kind of played it up for the most part throughout a lot of the show. Just the way that they kind of had her as the face of even though the other guy was probably the one people would recognize first because of Spider-Man No Way Home. But it does make me feel like Damage Control is going to play a bigger role going forward in a lot of the MCU stuff. But what they do with her, I think, is going to be interesting if they continue to do anything with that character. Because there were some really cool moments, like the part where she's talking with the guy at the mosque. Whose name I forget right now, but like dude's basically putting some knowledge on her, saying hey, I don't I don't. God doesn't have to believe in me. I as long as I'm on the right side of God, and God is always right. This, that, and third. And then the woman's like, "Oh, I don't need your Quran, whatever, BS." And he's just like, "That wasn't the Quran." He's like, "That was Abraham Lincoln." Like those little stuff like that I thought was really cool. But I mean, yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff. They actually technically I feel like they were kind of already doing this from the jump, but the character Zoe, they kind of on the slick redeemed that character who for the most part had been a turd of a person to Kamala. But if you're familiar with the comics, you already kind of get the impression that they're going to that they were going to walk some of that back, because then like I said, kudos to the actress. She did a really good job being unlikable for those first couple of episodes, and then you kind of saw that she was changing her tune and whatnot. You can already tell that they're already working towards the love interest angle between her and Nakia. Which that is actually a thing from the comics, which I know probably had people heated, most likely. Like, you can't see like I saw some of it already on Twitter. It's okay, y'all don't have to repeat it. But I like they went ahead and redeemed her. You were like, oh hey, she could have revealed old girl's identity, but didn't. She knew all along.
You don't think it's because she knew? Like, she might just get an embiggen fist in the teeth if she tried to snitch,
bruh. Yeah, also, that was the other thing. I'm glad you said that was the other thing. We finally got the embiggen. We finally got the catchphrase.
No. You know what? Mm-hmm. And I didn't think about it until just now, but I hate the people who dislike the show. Mm-hmm. Until she said that. Mm-hmm. That show is still the same.
It's the same show. Well, no, I'm going to give you this. So, you know how... Okay, so Carter, I even said this when we first started... Before the show even came out, when we were first seeing trailers for the show, I kept telling y'all, I was like, look, this show is going to do what I feel a lot of comic book, movie, TV shows do. The character is not the character that they are in the comics until maybe somewhere towards the middle or end of the movie or show. And that's what happened when everybody was freaking out saying, oh, she's not using her powers correctly, and they changed her powers, and now it's stupid. And and despite the fact that we had seen multiple instances, little glimpses in the trailers, like this shot right here, where we see her jumping in there, and she's got the big hands, and she's got the long legs. We had tons of shots. Like, hell, this one right here, where, she's got the big hand. Like, all this is, dude, all of this shit is literally from the first trailer. All of these shots that I'm showing y'all are from the first trailer, and people didn't want to believe that Ms. Marvel was going to get the powers that she's supposed to have in the comics. And the thing I kept saying, Carter, is that eventually, at some point, she's going to have the powers. It's going to, like, she's going to get the the ability to stretch and move her arms, all this other stuff, make them big, this, that, and the third, whatever. And it all popped up more prominently over the course of the show. And while it's not her physically stretching, I do think it's interesting the implications of how her powers work based off the bangle, knowing what we know now. Now, the big thing that everybody's talking about is the fact that, oh, well, Miss Marvel, she's a mutant. She's a mutant now. It's been revealed. They even played the little jingle when Bruno said the word mutation. Which, I'm not gonna lie, as much as I enjoyed that scene for what it was a little ham-fistedly delivered. And it's not even that it was delivered ham-fistedly. It was that the jingle almost kind of made me not take it seriously. Because it was almost kind of like they did the dramatic pause and then said mutation and then played it, and there was like this dramatic pause between both of them, and I was just kind of like, all right. I don't know. That's just me. But Carter, what did you think about the reveal? What did you think about it?
The reveal was funny, but what was funnier was when the creator came out and was like, I mean, she was supposed to be a mutant the whole time. Shut up.
Well, no, I actually do believe her. Because a lot of people don't remember this. And I would forgive you if you didn't. So, back when Ms. Marvel was created, the issue was that the minds at Marvel were not promoting X-Men or Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four had been entirely discontinued, pretty much, or was about to be discontinued by that point.
Nor heard anything from them since Secret Wars. I remember all that stuff. It was because of the legal disputes. I remember that.
Well, no, it wasn't even legal disputes. It was the fact. So here's what a lot of people don't understand with why Marvel did what they did with all of that. It was because basically Fox was just throwing shit together to keep the rights to the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. They actually were doing this with Daredevil too. A lot of y'all probably don't remember this, but before Marvel got the rights to Daredevil back, Carter, do you know why they got them back?
I can't remember. I remember when, because it was a whole thing where Marvel got a bunch of properties back.
Yep,
I do remember that.
They sure did.
I think that was around the time where I actually started keeping up with like comic media as a whole, because normally I was just like your regular average person. I didn't check for any of that stuff. I just waited for trailers and things like that to come out. But after Secret Wars and after the Fantastic Four were just lopping new universes left and right at the end of that story, that's when I started reading up on stuff, and it was like, yeah, they're gone because of Fox and Marvel wants it back, the movie stuff back, but Fox won't give it. That's why they won't release comics. That's why there are no more X-Men toys coming out. That's why there's no more of this. I do remember that stuff.
Okay, so you are correct. Now, you're correct about part of it. There was a deeper reason behind it. It was because any new comic storyline Marvel created for the Fantastic Four or the X-Men would basically automatically become a Fox property by default. Because the way that the rights to comic book characters and things work, if you, case in point, Sony has the rights to Spider-Man. They also have the rights to any character who falls under Spider-Man's umbrella. That's why they have Morbius. That's why they have Black Cat. That's why they have the upcoming
Kraven the Hunter.
No, not just Kraven the Hunter, but Bad Bunny's El Muerto. This is why they have all that, because all those characters exist under the Spider-Man banner. If your first appearance was in a Spider-Man comic, you fall under Spider-Man's intellectual property. Especially if you are a character who regularly appears in Spider-Man comics. It's kind of why Marvel and Fox were both able to use Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver in their movies, regardless of the fact that both of them are tied. They're tied to different properties. They're Avengers properties, but they're also X-Men properties. But they fall in such a weird legal loophole that Marvel and Sony could both use, or Marvel and Fox could both use them, and there wasn't really a conflict of legality. Now, I said that, they didn't want, because, say, every new character that came out after the deal with Fox went through, Fox could use them. It didn't matter if it was a character that literally if the Fox deal was still in place now, all the House of X shit, they could have made a movie off of it right now. But here's the thing. They were doing that shit, they were just slapping anything together, and Marvel didn't like that. Because the movies were, while some of them were successful, a lot of them were critical failures. And Marvel felt that was hurting their brand. Now, that said, the thing with Daredevil, the reason why Daredevil went back to Marvel, it wasn't because Fox was like, oh, here, you can have your shit back. No. What happened was, and this proves my point, Fox was trying to rush a Daredevil movie into production to beat a deadline just so they wouldn't lose the rights to it. I
remember, there something wasn't there a rumor going around that's why they were trying to do another, was it another Hulk or another Blade movie? They were trying to
they were trying to rush, and here's the thing, they were trying to rush these properties out. They actually had to meet okay, so the way it works is Fox had to have a Daredevil movie in production. I don't mean announced. I don't mean we're doing key art. We're not key art, but we're leaking rumors. No, the movie had to be in active filming production by a said date, and they kept getting delayed. And it got delayed to the point where they missed their date, and at that exact moment, the rights went back to Marvel. It wasn't like, y'all gotta wait 90 days. No, the rights went back literally the next day. That's why Ghost Rider, Blade, Daredevil, all of those characters went back to Marvel. It wasn't and when those went, that was kind of where all the other stuff kind of, fell in line afterward. And then with Fantastic Four, Fan Four Stick was so bad that they didn't even bother trying to put a movie into production again because of that fucking dumpster fire. And then the X-Men, they were and after how poorly Dark Phoenix was received, that also just kind of killed it. And those were critical and financial flops for Fox. And so at that point, Marvel's properties weren't viable for them anymore, not because they weren't properties that people wanted to see, it was because they were properties they were mishandling. And that's why the Disney-Fox deal went over as smoothly as it did. But a lot of people misunderstand, they didn't make that deal to get that stuff back, just for the sake of getting that stuff back. What they were doing was, they wanted Fox as a whole. They didn't just want the Marvel stuff back. A lot of people thought, oh, Disney, they did it to get the X-Men back. That wasn't really the case. They were more interested in getting Fox's properties, all of their movie catalog, to bolster the Disney and Hulu streaming services. That's why you see so many Fox movies and whatnot, which technically Fox had stake in Hulu, but Disney bought that stake. That's why you see all that shit on there now.
That mouse is not playing with y'all.
No. Well, do you remember when do you remember when all the memes were going around back when the Disney Fox deal went into play?
I do.
Like it was all the pictures of Mickey with the Infinity Gauntlet that he just was dropping. He dropped the Fox on there. Dude, there was a reason for that. There was a good reason for that. But that said, it wasn't because Marvel did what they did for a good reason. I totally get why. I know a lot of people hated it. The thing is, they still had X-Men comics. They just didn't promote them. And they, like, as far as X-Men characters, they didn't really allow X-Men characters to be in Marvel stuff outside of comics. As a result of either. But I mean, honestly, I don't blame them, because if someone was mishandling my properties, I wouldn't let them have that shit either. I'd be like, nope, y'all don't get shit till we're done. So yeah, just imagine, Carter, if Fox still had the rights to the X-Men with the popularity of House of X, you know they would have rushed job the ugly ass House of X movie. There would have been a movie out. Like I said, when did House of X come out? 2019. There would have been a movie out in 2020, though it probably would have came out in 2021 because of COVID, that called X-Men House of X. I guarantee you. You think I'm bullshitting, they would have done it. They would have done it because they were taking random mutants that were brand new and putting them in those movies just because. Why not? Sure. Cool. Throw them in there. It is what it is. So yeah, I totally get why they did. I'm not going to hate on Marvel for that. But I will say this. The idea that Kamala Khan was originally intended to be a mutant is not surprising to me because, well, for one, at that time, that was when Marvel, they were just saying, no, we're just going to push Inhumans. We're just going to push Inhumans because that's what we got. And it sucked. It was terrible. But if you really think about it, it makes a lot of sense that Kamala would have been a mutant. Because, for one, in her first appearances, she mostly hung out around mutants. I mean, she did hang out with the Inhumans too, but one of the first people she hung out with, other than Lockjaw, was Wolverine. Not only that, but who was her idol? Her idol was Carol Danvers. Who was Carol Danvers, like, intimately connected to? And I'm not just talking about the Rogue stuff. I'm talking about general. Most people forget the fact that Carol Danvers used to regularly hang out at the X-Mansion. People forget that shit. Carol Danvers used to hang out with Wolverine and Professor X. She used to drop in on the X-Mansion on a fairly regular basis after the incident with Rogue. Because Chris Claremont wanted to do better by the character after some of the dumbass shit that happened in Avengers number 200 that he was not happy with. And for those that know what I'm talking about, it's when Carol was she was brainwashed by her son from the future, who basically raped her and impregnated her with what was essentially, I think, what was going to ultimately end up being him. It was terrible. It's fucking terrible. But anyway, that said, it makes sense. I believe Sana Amanat and G. Willow Wilson. I believe them. I believe it's true. It's not the first time I've heard something like it, of its like. So, I'm into it. But basically I saw a lot of people freaking out about the fact that, oh yeah, there's mutants in the MCU now. That means that she's actually not the first mutant in the MCU.
Real quick, can I tell you why I said what I said?
Sure, go ahead. Try
because it now it could be true.
Mm-hmm.
She was originally supposed to be a mutant the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing was, I don't remember hearing anything about this until all those Twitter randals got super salty that the show they did not like and did not want to watch was how mutants were first introduced. It seemed more like, no pun intended, it seemed like damage control. To just say, oh, I mean, she was supposed to be a mutant the whole time. That's what it seemed like to some people.
Well, I can see why you would feel that way, but I mean, here's the thing. It wouldn't be the first or the last time that a character in Marvel, or DC for that matter, came out as one thing but was originally intended to be the other. A lot of people don't know this, but Monica Rambeau was not intended to be the second Captain Marvel. It was actually originally intended for it to be Carol Danvers, but they just didn't do it at the time because they realized they needed more black readership, so they created a black character and just made them Captain Marvel instead, thinking that having a black character named Captain Marvel, which is also, Marvel, the name of the company, they thought that would get black readers to read more comics. That's what they thought. It is what it is. But I'll give you the character Storm. You know who Storm was supposed to be? She was originally supposed to be Black Cat. Yes.
While you were saying that, Blerd.radio came in here saying the first mutant got his light bulb screwed off. In my mind, I have a very dirty mind. So like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then you started talking. So.
Oh, well, I was going to say, if you want to know who the first, honestly, I think the first mutant in the MCU was this guy. Ursa Major.
Yeah.
In
we
Black
talked
Widow.
about that. We actually talked about that when we reviewed the movie.
Mm-hmm, yeah, that's actually the first mutant in the MCU.
Ivan Drago Jr.
Yep, that's first mutant in the MCU right there. Big ass grizzly bear. That big ass grizzly bear. But no, so I totally get that. But no, so Carter, I don't. Yeah, did you know what I was talking about? Did you know?
No,
about
I didn't know
that?
it was supposed to be Black Cat. That's news to me.
Originally, Storm was designed to be a cat-themed character. Originally, she was to be a cat-themed character named Black Cat. Matter of fact, here, and if you don't believe me, bam. This is what David Cockrum originally wanted Storm to look like. This was actually originally going to be her outfit. Her name was going to be, originally her name was going to be Black Cat. And when they decided to go the other direction and, go with, what we have today, there you have it. But, so yeah, it's a thing. It happens. It happens all the time. But with that said, does that mean that mutants are coming to the MCU? Like, we're just going to start getting an onslaught, if you will, of mutants? Hey, I did that on purpose. I owned it. I own my puns. But no, does that mean we're going to start getting mutants just showing up random and sundry in the MCU? Are they going to start taking other characters and turning them into mutants just because? I mean, I don't know. We don't know. Hell, they could say, I mean, honestly, if they really wanted to, they could say Spider-Man's a mutant if they really wanted to. I don't think they will do that, but that's what a lot of people are throwing out there online. But for me, for Blerd Without Fear, I don't know. I'm indifferent to the whole thing. I'm indifferent to it. I'm fine with it. Mutants being in the MCU, that's cool. I don't think that this really changes as much as people think it does. If they do make Kamala Khan a mutant, if they are actually saying Kamala Khan is a mutant in the MCU, I'm perfectly fine with it. Hell, have her show up in X-Men 97. I don't care, even though that wouldn't make any sense if she did, because of the timing. But yeah,
I mean, it's like this though. uh, she at this point she couldn't be an Inhuman. We've seen Black Bolt once since that TV show, so we can't do a whole Infinity event where he just drops a Terrigenesis bomb and then Miss Marvel. No, we can't do that. So I guess mutant was just the next best thing. So
well, nobody gives a shit about. I mean, let's be real here.
well,
does anyone give a shit about the Inhumans?
That's what I'm saying. It's just like we couldn't do that Inhuman storyline because Inhumans been pushed to the wayside after everything Charles Soule and everyone else tried to do, Warren Ellis, what have you.
Well, the best thing that happened to the Inhumans was Donny Cates when he did Death of the Inhumans. That was the best thing that happened to him. Folks want to see the Inhumans get broke off.
Even though a few of those stories were good, they got their licenses back, so they can. It was like they were shooting bricks. So I mean, what else could they? Yeah.
Now,
people will complain either way. If she was a mutant, if she was an alien, if she was low key Wakandan because her mama was out here creeping, there could have been millions of possibilities.
I mean, look, you mean tell me you don't want to see Kamala Khan out here in the X suit? You don't want to see her out here in the X suit?
So here's the thing. So when Ernie sent me the thumbnail for this cave and I saw that he did that, I'm like, yep, he's gonna get the Nasty Award for the week. I was cracking up when I saw that thumbnail. I was just like, yeah, he getting the Nasty Award for that.
Look, I put her in that ugly ass X-Men Dark Phoenix costume.
But everybody in the chat, you are correct. I think I've seen him mention it a few times on Twitter. But yeah, as soon as I heard that X-Men riff, I said, yeah, Rob is somewhere cracking up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I bet he is. Yeah, most certainly. I mean, let's be real here. Kamala Khan is probably the only Inhuman anyone gives a shit about, other than Lockjaw. I'm the only two Inhumans I think anyone actually ever gave a shit about. Black Bolt. I mean, I'm sure Black Bolt has his fans, but I will never even admit to being the biggest Black Bolt fan because I'm not. I think he has interesting moments, but I mean, he's not a character I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, like I've talked about it before. That Christian Ward book and Saladin Ahmed, that Black Bolt book was really, really, really good. Mm-hmm. But here's my thing. I'll tell you why I like this a little bit. If you are going to attempt to get asked, because here's the thing now, with her being allegedly a mutant, that Young Avengers theory everybody had could very easily be tossed out the window. She might be the first person in a group of X-Men now. So my thing is, with the newest X-Men roster we got in the comics recently, because of the Hellfire Gala, I want to see what X-Men group Kevin Feige pulls out of his ass for this. If Miss Marvel could very potentially be a part of it, I want to see this X group.
Oh no, I would be very interested. I'd be very interested. I guess the only other thing here really to talk about is what happens with her next. What happens with Kamala next? Because as we saw, of course, the reveal that she's a mutant, that's a thing. It's happening. Get over it. You don't have to like it, but accept it. But it is what it is. But with that said, we also know, and this isn't news, I've known this for a long time, but they had the announcement at the end of the movie that she's going to be in the Captain Marvel sequel, The Marvels, which... It was not a surprise to me. I've known this. We know both Iman Vellani and Tiana Paris, Ms. Marvel, and Spectrum, respectively, are going to be in the film. We don't know what the premise of the movie is, but I'm pretty sure that post-credit scene is very indicative of that. The fact that we saw her bangle glowing, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she gets sucked into the closet, broke the whole door off the closet, and out of the closet comes Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. Which, honestly, that was the thing I called since day one, that we were going to see Brie Larson show up at some point in the show. It was going to happen, whether it was the last episode where there was a little cameo or there was a post-credit scene, what have you. I knew it was going to happen. I think the rest of the world just assumed it was going to happen too. But we now know there is something going on now. The question is, and this is, I don't know if you thought this at first, Carter, but did you ever read the Marvel team up with Kamala Khan, where she was like teaming up with Captain Marvel and Spider-Man?
I did not read that one.
Okay. When they first did that little shot where she got sucked into the closet and then Captain Marvel came out and she was nowhere to be found, until that scene played out a little bit more, I thought that's what they were going with. Were you say you were familiar with that comic, or you weren't familiar with that comic?
I'm familiar with it, but I never read it.
Okay, so in those comics, there were body swaps. Like, she did a body swap with Spider-Man. She was Spider-Man, Spider-Man was her. They did a little Freaky Friday situation. At first, I was like, oh, man, are they going to go with the whole thing that, like, she swapped bodies with Captain Marvel, and now Captain Marvel is in Kamala's body, and Kamala's in Captain Marvel's body. I was like, are they doing that deal? And then when she did like the whole looking around the room and recognizing there were posters of her all over the place, I was like, okay, no, they're doing something completely different. But I am interested to see where it goes. Also, looking at this shot made me realize how much more nerdy shit they put in Kamala's room that is straight out of the comics. The whole eat, sleep, raid, repeat, and then the build your own table, talking about a board game table. I was like, dude, you know what? I respect it because Kamala Khan is a huge board game enthusiast in the comics, and I appreciate that. It's actually one of my favorite appearances of her in a Captain Marvel comic is where Carol invites her to the superhero board game night, and she gets there and finds out they didn't mean we're playing Settlers of Catan. They meant we're playing poker. And she couldn't play because it's haram to gamble. But no, I love shit like that. But I think moving forward with the movie The Marvels, yeah, we're definitely going to see the crossover between all three of these characters who are the Marvels of the Marvel Comics universe. With Spectrum being a former Captain Marvel, Carol being a current Captain Marvel, and then of course you got Ms. Marvel. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see it. I don't know what the hell it's gonna be about. I can't even predict what it's gonna be about. Just know that's where you will see them. But you will also very likely, any future X-Men things, we might see Kamala there as well. It's in the cards. But that said, let's get into some questions from these super chats. We have some super chats in here I want to address. One of these is actually funny because it's almost what you and I predicted, Carter, but not at the same time. We got one here from K-Pox. Says, nobody going talk about learn English. Nobody going talk about the success of Rippaverse. Never heard of it. I guess is this something Young Rippa did? Is this something that Young Rippa did?
Yeah, he made his own comic in print, made $1 million in a day.
Interesting. Well, good for him. I still think he sucks. So there you go. Inspired me to start my comic company, got a trademark, working on publishing rights. Well, hey, good on you. Let's see. We also got LJ Brown with the £5. Said, we know Rob is evil laughing. Yeah, this is what you were talking about earlier. You laughed at the end. He was after the episode. B.S. Carter's look is giving me crazy E.G. Funk vibes. I believe it.
It's just how quick you just go.
Hey, I mean, he paid money. I'll read what he said, but I mean, I don't have to be enthusiastic about it.
It's just so.
I mean, what if I stayed on the subject? All I was said is, okay, I'll stay on the subject. I think
No.
I'm gonna finish. I'll finish my statement. What I was originally gonna say. I'm glad for him that he has his own comic. It's probably terrible. because I couldn't imagine someone who doesn't know jack shit fuck all about comics on any actual meaningful level could write an actually good comic. He's a mid vocalist in what is probably what is actually a terrible band. He also is a terrible debater, because I watched that dude get absolutely fucking destroyed by Sam Cedar from Majority Report. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, I guarantee that motherfucker has some of the ashiest ankles in the history of ashy ankles. Because he's always on that Dr. Umar shit. Anyway, moving along. Talali House with a $5 super chat says, I'm hoping X-Men 97 will show the old series as the first life of Moira and then trickle into the MCU somehow. I want Krakoa. Ernie, can I get a Goofy yell? You know what? You most certainly can. You most certainly can. I don't think they're gonna touch House of X in that 97 series. And honestly, I don't feel they need to, because we already have House of 92. House of 92, for those who don't know, that is the current comic that's out right now. That is what's the best way to put it? Basically, it's basically if you took the 90s X-Men series and gave it the House of X treatment. That's basically what it is. This is it right here, X-Men 92. I did a video about it. It's actually a good comic, really good comic. But they do like it's basically what if House of X happened in the X-Men animated series verse. Now that I've seen that, I don't want them to bother with it in a animated format unless they wait a while to get to it. And then let's see what else we got here. What's that?
I'm reading Goken sure his baby's father knew his super chat. It's
Oh, okay. We'll get to it here in just a sec. We got a couple more I want to get to. Says LJ Brown with the £5 says, tell Carter about the Ike Perlmutter antics. Oh, we talked about it.
Me several
times.
I didn't realize it was as just my goodness. Dude.
Yeah, because not only did Ike Perlmutter force Inhumans upon us, he's also the reason Kevin Feige almost went to DC. He actually almost went to Warner Brothers to develop their movies. Imagine that Earth in the multiverse where that happened. And the DCEU is killing it, and the MCU is just constantly putting up fart after wet fart after shart. But also we kind of got to thank Ike Perlmutter, because his bad behavior led to Kevin Feige becoming the head of Marvel Studios. So honestly, it's kind of one of those things where you hate the guy, but you almost kind of have to respect his terribleness because it gave us something amazing. Also, dude's a whole Trump supporter, dude. Fuck that guy. Also got Jay Keno with the 25 months, says gonna be here for 25 more. Man, we appreciate you, pimp. We appreciate you. Thank you for that Blerd Club. We also got Philip Clark with the 28 months. Good God. Says, what's good, fellas? Do you think Spider-Man's next movie will have his amazing friends now that mutants are in the MCU? Maybe. We might maybe one day get that. I don't know if it'll be the next. I feel like the next movie does not need to have, the next Spider-Man movie, I don't want it to have mutants in it. Unless it's on a small level, because I feel like I'm more interested in just, after No Way Home, I just want a regular Spider-Man movie. I don't want a movie where we got Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire coming back for one more hurrah. I don't want to see a bunch of random Avengers just popping up for no reason. I kind of want to get back to Peter Parker's development as the Spider-Man that I prefer, not Tony Stark's next Iron Man in waiting. Not I don't want any of that. I want Tom Holland to get a chance to be the Spider-Man I think even he wants to be. The Spider-Man I know and love from the comics. That's what I want first. Then they can start bringing in Iceman and Firestar. Please don't kill Buttercup again, though.
Hey, Ernie.
Yes.
How would you feel about someone telling you that, or saying to you, like, how can you hate on somebody for no reason? Now, what if you try to start your own imprint and we see how that turns out, mister?
I'm not going to start my own imprint, so I don't think that's anything we have to worry about. But I will say this. I don't hate on Young Ripper for no reason. He is a piece of shit. So I'm not hating on him for no reason. I mean, you might like him, and by proxy, that tells me more about you than it does about me. But my thing is that Young Ripper literally sat there and lied to me, to my face, that his community was not, for one, trying to dox my family, and also looking me up on Facebook and trying to make fun of my wife and child. He tried to lie and say that no one in the chat was doing that, even though I was looking dead at it. He tried to deny that. And he tried to say his community wasn't being terrible to me. So, and this was even after he and I actually found the slightest bit of common ground and were having a normal conversation. So, that said, also, his community kept flooding into my Discord to make fun of me. That tells me everything I need to know about his audience. So, if you like Young Ripper, but you're mad that I'm making fun of him, you have the right to leave. And I wouldn't miss you if you were gone. Like, this should tell you something. I didn't even know you said what you said till Carter pointed it out. That's how little I was paying attention to you. But anyway, now that I've given you your 5 seconds of my time, moving on. Because I want to respect the people who actually appreciate what I do. And not the people who appreciate what you do. Anyway, Philip Clark with 28 months says, "What's good, fellas? Do you think, wait. That was something. We already read that one. It was Gokhan Shuri's Baby's Father, the one I wanted to read. $5 super chat says, should have played Nas Ether instrumentals before you answer that super chat." I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Honestly, I find it very interesting, the cross-section of people who like me, or for whatever reason hate watch me, and like Young Ripper. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I couldn't, like, we are so diametrically opposed to one another. So, like, if you're here, I can't help but think you're hate watching me. Or you're hate watching Ripper. Either one is sad. Either one is incredibly sad. But, moving on.
All I'm saying is anytime I see shit like that, like Kickstarters or anything like that, that can make a mill or just make an obscene amount in a short amount of time, that's all I was on.
Yeah.
Everything else, that's all you, brother.
Well, no, it's
no, because I saw some people in chat saying, "Carter, why you get him started?"
Oh. I mean, look, it is what it is. I personally, I don't give a shit. Look, here's the thing. Here's how little attention I pay to Young Ripper. I only knew about the comic until you told me about it. I don't follow him. Like, okay, here's the thing I need to understand about me. When I don't like somebody, I stop following them.
Trump does just hit the nail on the head. You don't even have to say anything. It's the man's opinion based on his experience with the dude. So you got to respect it. There you go. Boom.
Yep. I mean, like I said, and I even said that earlier. I was like, he didn't shit on you, so you have every reason to like him if you like him. But he actually was kind of terrible to me, and only because he was trying to mine content. So fuck him. I don't care. Shit. I mean, honestly, if Young Ripper literally got hit by a car and died tomorrow, I wouldn't know about it unless y'all told me. And my response would be, cool. And I would move on with my day. Anyway, Carter, what is your recommended for the week?
So, honestly, not gonna lie to you. Because of my horrible sleeping patterns and because I was just up all night, my recommended came very close to being just everybody get your kids, get your significant other, get you a drink, Go watch Recess. That was going to be my recommendation.
Oh my God, this man. I tell you what.
But just to keep it, I'm gonna keep it 100. Because I saw that. See, I don't want to really recommend comics this week, even though we had a lot of comics this week. Like you were telling me how mad you were. So let me tell you all the story real quick. I get a message from Ernie because, like, I'm just saying if everything was good in him because that's what we do. You know, we check on each other sometimes. And the first words out of his are, "Man, these motherfuckers done dropped 6 X books on me."
Oh, goddamn.
I got to do all these goddamn videos. They dropped 6 X books on me this week because he was asking me what I had read. And even in that little bit of text, I could feel just the anger and just he was already tired and hadn't even started the videos yet.
Well, I mean, it was also, and that's also kind of why they're like it. Because so for those, let's show you how the sausage is made. So when I did with the video that I made for X-Men Hellfire Gala #1, that video before I released it to the public, before editing, was almost an hour long. It took me most of the day to edit that shit down to, I think, what is now a 30-something minute video. I think it's 31, 32 minutes. And I recorded 2 other videos that same day. So yeah, it was a lot. Which is kind of made me rethink how I'm going to handle when Judgment Day comes out. I think I'm going to go back and do what I did when I was doing War of the Realms. Instead of doing a video for each individual tie-in that comes out with that, like, I'll do videos for, like, the core book, and then any tie-ins that come in that week, I'll just do a blanket video just talking about what happens in the tie-ins, if I care to do so. Depends on how good the tie-ins are. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be on a case-by-case basis, but I think that might be the way forward for if I want to talk about certain shit. But I do definitely, I'm interested in Judgment Day, though. Definitely very interested.
Okay, so so there was a book that was through DC Black Label. I did not even know was a thing until I just randomly saw it at my shop and I checked it out. It's called Rogues.
Okay, yeah.
It's for a few of you that might know who are fans of the Flash, you know who the Rogues are, Captain Cole's old team, whatever, what have you. This book is it's a DC Black Label, and the Rogues are pretty much the worst for wear. The only one that's really somebody is Captain Cold, and basically this entire book is a heist movie with the Rogues trying to steal from Gorilla Grodd and Gorilla City. And it's pretty hilarious. That's all I can tell you. It's only 3 issues right now, so it's very easy for you all to dive into again. So I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, that'll probably be my recommended this week. It's just DC Black Label's book Rogues.
Okay. I don't have a comic to recommend. Not because I don't. It's more I'd rather recommend something else instead. But real quick, before I do that, I'm going to answer this super chat from Ed Boy in the Cut. Says, what's up, y'all boys? Y'all might have already talked about it, bruh. This new X-Men team is... Yeah. Good thing Jerry Duggan is a good writer. So I want to make sure we share this. So this is the current... Here, I'm going to zoom this in so we can just kind of scroll down this. So this is the new X-Men team. Now, as I predicted... Actually, I'll start at the bottom. Let's start at the bottom. As I predicted... Jean, Sync, Cyclops, they did not leave the team. They stayed on. Wolverine, Polaris, Sunfire, and Rogue, they dipped. And they were replaced by Havoc, who was just as shocked as the next person. Forge, who don't even want to be there. Look how he cutting that side eye back at Cyclops. Magic, who literally could not be more happy to be on board. And then you got Iceman and Firestar, the amazing friends of Spider-Man. And right now, I love how they threw in the line. Did you read the Hellfire Gala one?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you caught the line, right, where Firestar was going off about how everybody was calling her a cop?
Yeah, and calling her a traitor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is this was actually legit commentary on some shit that happened on Twitter.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'd read that part and I was like, damn, like, what's the hostility there? But after that, my mind just went, damn, who is John Hamm gonna be in the Marvel Universe, Cinematic Universe?
You ain't shit. Hey, that might be your Wolverine or your Cyclops. You never know.
But you know what? I wanted us to have a conversation, because when I finished reading those X books, I was like, you know what? I feel like this is another Keeping It Plus Ultra that's on my mind right now. Just because reading that book and seeing that roster, number one, I was getting those John Kent Justice League vibes when I saw the roster. Yuck.
I mean, yeah.
But my second thing was just going to be, I really want to have a conversation with someone, because I really want to know whose choice it was between the writers to out the mutant resurrection stuff to me this early. Because I feel
not that early.
And that's why I say to me, because it doesn't really feel like
it's been 2 years.
Hickman.
It's been 2 years. House of X came out in 2019.
But that's
no, actually, no, wait. Hell, it's been almost 3 years.
Hold on, dude. We are getting hella by today. It is nuts. My thing was, you're saying it's only been 2 years. I remember when certain comic arts and shit like that, like, case in point, this is what I was going to bring up to you. Look how long Dan Slott was on Spider-Man. That man was on Spider-Man for a minute. So when I look at these long runs that people will have of comics, a couple years down the line, then we get this bombshell. You just like, oh, now we got a bunch of storylines we can do. With it only being 2 years, this seems kind of fast. So I was just hoping that it got more.
It's been almost 3 years. It's been almost 3 years.
And that's not a lot of time to me, just because I feel like they could have at least let this shit stew for a little while longer.
Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you why it's okay. Because Orcus already knew about it. Orcus knew about it. They've known for a while. It had to come out at some point. I mean, I'm speaking from more of an in-universe standpoint. Outside of that, publishing-wise, I don't really care, because, I mean, shit. It's comics. It's been 3 years. I guess because I read these comics on such a weekly basis, I have more of an intimate connection to them than most people probably do. But to me, I was kind of like, yeah, this probably needs to come out now, because it's been a while. It's been a while. Okay. But the thing is, one of two things was going to happen from a story perspective. Either Orcus was going to out them, or they were going to out themselves. And I think the better narrative at this point, since Jerry Duggan is recognizing that Hickman had already solidified in Inferno that Orcus knew. They didn't know how, but they knew. And they also have Moira on their side now. Something had to happen. If Moira's working with Orcus, that means they definitely know. They definitely know about Resurrection.
You think that's actually Moira, or do you think they did something? Because now she almost feels like a mustache twirling villain now.
No, that's how she was in 10 Deaths. She was that way in 10 Deaths. I mean, okay, I will say this. One of my criticisms of 10 Deaths of Wolverine and how Moira's been handled is largely because I feel like you can tell Hickman was going to hang around longer, or he had planned to hang around longer, and he just kind of abruptly left, because he didn't really do anything with Moira after House of X. We only really saw her like twice, and it was not like focused scenes. It was like she showed up in Ten of Swords, it was an X Factor during Ten of Swords for one panel, and she showed up at the end, I think, of another X book. I think it was one of his last X-Men books, where it shows she was reading some diaries. Those are really her only appearances between House of X and now. And when
that's why I felt like if Hickman was still around, I think we would have got this mutants cured, the immortality shit. I feel like we would have got this a couple years down the line instead of like year 2, year 3. That's the point I was trying to make.
Maybe. But the thing is, this turn was always going to happen. I just feel like I wish she would have been around more in between that time to more organically make that reveal. But I think that's why after Inferno, we got 10 lives and 10 deaths of Wolverine, because that kind of helped fill in the gaps. That kind of helped fill, because the majority of Inferno, you're spending that time with Moira anyway. And then you get to 10 deaths of Wolverine. That's actually more about Moira than it is about Wolverine. Like, 10 lives is about Wolverine. 10 deaths is about Moira. Honestly, they could have named that book anything else. I think they just called it 10 lives, 10 deaths as like a cross-marketing thing to get people on board. But, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you, just so we can keep it moving here. Since you showed that roster, let's talk about somebody that got me in trouble on Twitter because people were mad at me. How did you feel about Sync and Laura?
Oh no, I said what I felt. I mean, I don't like it, but I'm not bothered by it. I mean, honestly, from a realistic standpoint, there was no way that relationship was going to work out with the way Jonathan Hickman ended it. It did seem like Jerry Duggan was trying to put it back together, but at the same time, what would I have rather had? Would I have rather he just, pretended that it never happened, or addressed it, but just went with the actual logical conclusion that two people who, while we're in love in one place, one of them having no memory of that and trying to continue some kind of a relationship, going forward would be weird. Because as Sync even said himself, he has feelings for her that she will never be able to understand because they come from a person who no longer exists. And I think that actually kind of puts more weight on the whole because that was the thing. Everybody complains about the resurrection protocols. Oh, the resurrection protocols. Oh, nothing matters anymore. It still does, because, for one, Sync, he has feelings for a person who he fell in love with over the course of hundreds of years, and she died. And now he has the memories, because he got backed up, but she didn't. So she has no clue what he's talking about. So even if she did have feelings for him, even if they decided to pursue a relationship, even just on the strength of what he told her, it would be problematic because he would be in love with a person who she either A, will never become, or has not become yet.
I do remember them addressing it in one of those X books where she thanked him for not trying to put her on that pedestal, but let's take things slow and see what happens. And then you go to this book and she got a whole girlfriend. But I want to give props to Rich Dr. Strong in the chat saying he's called Sync, not Simp. Keep your crown, King.
I like I said, I appreciate it. I can appreciate that. But yeah, it's one of those things, honestly, I'd rather Sync just move on. I'd rather him just move on and be with someone. Like, honestly, the biggest crime in all this that no one talks about, not Sync. Where's Darwin? Which I think we'll get that answer soon, because the Children of the Vault.
Somebody in chat brought him up, actually, so they're right there with you.
Yeah, Darwin. I think we'll get the answer to Darwin very soon, because the Children of the Vault arc is coming up, and I think it's going to take place either during or after Judgment Day. And considering what we know about the last time we saw Darwin, pretty sure it's going to not be okay. So I'll just wait for that one. But the thing I never got to say, is what was my recommendation for this week? My recommendation is not a comic. It's not a movie, not a TV show. It is a band. I know, right? I want to play some of this music. I'm wrestling with it. I might play it, let them hit me for the claim, and then just remove it later. And you can just go find it of your own volition. But I recently discovered something called soul punk. I didn't know this was a thing. I'm just going to post a link to the video. I'm going to play a very small portion of this because it blew my fucking mind. So basically, for those who don't know what soul punk is, I'm a huge fan of retro wave and synth wave. So, and I see Carter giving me the look. So retro wave is basically synth music that is made to emulate the sound of the 80s. Soul punk is basically a hybrid of R&B, rock, and metal. And it emulates the sound of like earlier R&B, but with more of a rock metal feel to it. So I'm going to play a clip. I'm just going to play a little bit of it. And like I said, I'm going to take it out for the VOD. But this right here is what's been giving me all of the life right now. Here, let's play just a little bit. Just taste. Okay, that is all I'm gonna play of it, because I played about a minute and some change of it, but they'll probably have me like take this down. But but I like it. So the name of the band is called Nightlife. Nightlife, all lowercase. They are on Spotify. Pretty much anywhere I think you can find music of any sort. I actually discovered them on Twitter. Someone had mentioned, they were talking about, oh man, I'm really into the soul punk vibe. And I was like, what the fuck is soul punk? And then I looked it up, and I literally pulled out my phone, pulled up Spotify, clicked on which this song was their highest recommended. And I clicked on it, and had never heard the song a day before in my life, and was instantaneously like doing this. It's like, damn. Like, and when the dude, oh boy, here, I just want to pull this out. I just want y'all to see what I'm talking about real quick. Old boy right here on the bass. So, like, the face he was making, I want to point this out. I had not seen the video yet, but the face this man is making right now playing the bass, that's the face I was making listening to the song for the first. I was like, God damn, this is funky. And I like, see, a lot of people don't know this about me. I like shit like that. I'm a big fan of the bass. the bass guitar, because the funkier the bass is, the better. Like, case in point, some of you might remember the song by Daft Punk. What was it? What was the song? Was it Up All Night to Get Lucky? You know, or whatever. One of my favorite parts of that song isn't the lyrics, it's not the melody, it's the fucking bass line. Because if you just sit back and listen, it's like I can hear the dude on the bass just back there, just like boom, like that's just my thing. Also, I didn't get good at playing bass, but when I did have a bass guitar, I used to play pretty regular, and that was just something I always loved. It's also why I don't play it, because I would get the face once again. This face, I made this face too many times. But yes, Nightlife, that is the group, and yeah. But yeah, let's see. Oh yeah. But I mean, here's the thing though. It was here, you know, the black man on a bass guitar. Here's the thing though. The whole band's black. The whole band is black, so I mean, and you have to have, I mean, look, I'm gonna be real with you, pimp. The whole band is black. So, I mean, somebody black got to be on something. It just is what it is. But yeah, dude. Yeah, just like it's like, did you not see the two other brothers? The brother on the drum, brother on the guitar, and the brother singing? Actually, which I think is the same guy. Actually, I think it's only a 3-piece band, but like I said, I could be. Yeah, it's just a 3-piece band, so I mean, shit. Yeah, this whole group ain't none but brothers. So what, you thought there was gonna get some white dude to come in just to play the bass? But anyway, that is and once again, Nightlife, if y'all watch this, please don't have my channel taken down. I just wanted to showcase your music just for the just to spread the good word, because now you've made me a fan. Actually no. Okay, so I'll watch that. Thank you for saying that. Something Between Us. Yes, that also is one of my favorite that actually is my favorite Daft Punk song. Cardi, have you ever heard that song? Something Between Us?
Of course.
Okay.
I played everything from Daft Punk when I heard that Tron soundtrack. I said I got to hear everything now. That Tron Legacy soundtrack that they did, after I heard that,
yes,
I said, yeah, I want to hear everything from them now.
Yes. No, Something Between Us also one of the funkiest, because look, I'm not gonna play it because that will get me taken down. But no, if you ever get a chance, look up Daft Punk Something Between Us. That song, there's no other way to put it. That fucking song slaps. That song literally grabs you by your throat and just beat the shit out your ass, because the song is that good. But yeah, I saw somebody say it got the singer in the Joy Division shirt. Yeah, that was the other thing. When I saw brother in the Joy Division shirt, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, they about to be about business. And when the brother on the bass, like that's the thing. When you see a motherfucker make that face on bass, you know the shit done got good to him. You know this. He just yeah, man. God damn. But yeah, I like shit like that. So yeah, I recommend you go check out Nightlife. That's my recommended for the week. And I guess as an addendum, I'm gonna recant a statement that I made yesterday. I want to strike something from the record book. I was really harsh to something this week, and I'm sad that I was. Here's what I will say. Here is what I will say. I watched one episode. Actually, didn't watch a whole episode. I watched most of an episode of Resident Evil. And I was kind of down on it. But then I decided to go back and give it a second chance. And while I still don't think it's great, I actually don't hate it. It's actually not. You know what I had to do? I had to divorce myself of the idea that it was Resident Evil. And I don't mean like Resident Evil's it's Resident Evil in name only. It's a story about Resident Evil that's like the universe of Resident Evil, but is not about the games. And it's one of those things where I even had to have a keep that same energy moment where I've talked about how sometimes I would rather people just make things that are just in the universe of something, not necessarily just following the story of a story I've already played. And now that I kind of looked at it under that lens, Actually kind of like the Resident Evil show on Netflix. I don't. Now, I will say, if there's one actual criticism I have about that show, is I don't like the parts where they focus on the main characters when they're teenagers. That is my least favorite part of the show. That part of the show I do not like. Because both teenage characters are petulant. They are way too angry to be so young. And they're the type of people that if I knew them in high school, I would probably throw something at them in the lunchroom from across the room.
Lance Reddick is the best part of that show. Everything else, you know what you can say? Ernie can finally say that he... Did you watch the entire thing?
No, I only watched first 3 episodes.
Well, now we can all give credit to Ernie. He actually watched the CW show and is enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's not true. I watched Stargirl.
That don't count because that was DC Universe first.
Yeah, but it's on CW now.
Because
hey, I'm gonna tell you what. It is a DC Universe show. There's still a DC Universe show, and will never be a CW show.
What's that?
Swamp Thing. Anyway.
You know what? No, you're wrong. You're wrong. They put it on CW, but they edited the hell out of it.
Oh no, I know they did. They had to. But no, it is. I won't even give it. You know what? Honestly, I saw people making that criticism about the show. I don't agree with it because the CW wouldn't do a show like this. Not exactly. I mean, I don't know. I've never really gotten down with shows like The 100. So maybe they would. But the CW vibe, I didn't get. I didn't get that vibe. I tell you what I did get. I got the Netflix original series vibe. That's what I got. That's what I got. I didn't get CW vibes. I don't know. Like, it's one of those situations where, like, I think people were just being hyperbolic, and everyone just ran with it. But like, I didn't get that vibe at all. And you know, from the teenage portions where they're teenagers, sure. But the show as a whole so far, no, I didn't get that. But and actually, someone else said something too. I saw it on Twitter, and also this was actually what kind of made me check myself. Is they said, you know what? If you would have told me years ago when Resident Evil Director's Cut first came out that Resident Evil Village is where the franchise would wind up in the future, they were like, I would have laughed the fuck out of you. I would have laughed you out of the damn building. And I thought about that for a second. I was like, you know what? Yeah, if you told me that this series that I love back on the PlayStation era is gonna end up being some like crazy thing that becomes action oriented and isn't really scary, and they start doing all kind of weird wild shit. Also, I want to point out, let's not sit here and pretend like Resident Evil has the best stories. Resident Evil storylines are kind of dumb, and I will just point to some of the dumb things that happen in them, like Wesker suddenly being like Neo from the fucking Matrix, or you don't remember? You must not have played Code Veronica. You didn't play Code Veronica. Okay.
I did not have a Dreamcast at the time. Nope.
It went to PlayStation. I think it went to PlayStation 2. But Code Veronica was where they first reintroduced Wesker after Resident Evil 1. Because like after Resident Evil 1, he was supposed to be dead. And then he comes back in Code Veronica, and in that when they reintroduce him and he runs into Chris, that's when you learn he has powers. Like he was doing all like the like he was doing all the Neo shit because that was what was hot at the time, the Matrix. So yeah, that's why they leaned into it later. But also, let's not forget Resident Evil 5, where Chris literally punched a boulder to knock it into some lava.
You ain't never done that?
No, I've never done that. That's fucking stupid. So if I can allow for that in a video game, I'll let whatever dumb bullshit they do in this show slide. It's fine. I'll give them at least this much. They at least are trying. It's better than any of the other live action shit I've seen. I'll give them that. But moving on along, let's get into questions from the Discord. And also, we got some super chats here, I think. Let's see. Yep. Here we go. We got John Battle with the 15 months. Thank you for that, Pip. Says, yo, my dude, I dropped him. He's like Omar Hot Air. Oh, God. Yes, he is. He's talking about Ripper. He's talking about Ripper. Yes, I 1,000% agree with that. We also got Walter Baptiste with the 1999 Canadian Super Chat.
I'm not paying attention to the super chat, so I can't mute him before it comes out.
Let's see here. It says, I just heard about that Ripper guy today. My Trump supporter cousin sent it. I am definitely not going to get it now. Blerd and Ernie, keep your blood pressure down and stay on the positive track, cuz I'm trying.
They ignore me so much, they made him two different people.
What? Oh, I think they meant
Blerd.
I just called it.
I'm a nobody on here that they done did a shadow clone jutsu on Ernie to make him two motherfuckers, right?
Oh man, I don't take it personal. To be
This is
fair,
Rob and Dopesville all over again. My services were not needed. Y'all ain't here for me. Walter Baptiste made him two different niggas.
I mean, I'll say this. I'm not gonna show the front of the bottles, but I'm taking medication now. Yay! So there you go. Your boy getting up there. He getting up there. We also got the homie Legion with the $1.99 super chat says, with X-Men in the MCU, I might have a chance to be in it. I mean, hey, anything's possible. Did they not put Legion on Disney Plus? Didn't they not?
I don't have Disney Plus. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'll check myself before I riggedy wreck myself. I'm actually pulling it up now. Gokon Shrews Baby's father with the $5 super chat says, man, I'm not trying to hear the Summers brothers arguing about whose redhead is better. Get this 80% unseasoned and 20% chicken sandwich out. Look, let me be real. And I said this in my video. All they did, and you know what? Here's what I want to say. I applaud Jerry Duggan. Because he did legitimately want Tempo on the team, but because nobody voted her in on the previous X vote, and by the time the next X vote came up, she was already solidified on Steve Orlando's Marauders, so she was off the table this time. And since she was off the table on Marauders, Jerry Duggan couldn't put her on the team himself. Because I've seen him on Twitter say that he wanted her on the team. So he did, because Firestar was added on, because everybody wanted that redheaded white woman on the team, the cop. Everybody wanted her on. He had to take Sunfire off because they couldn't have two characters with pretty much the same damn power. So they took that, they took him off and put her on, so he went out of his way to get Forge put on the team, because Forge would have been because if Forge wasn't put on, then Sync would literally be the only person of color on the team. Now, I wish Jerry would have been able to put other people of color on the team, like honestly, I know why he couldn't use Frenzy, because she's solidified in Sword. And Marvel has this really weird deal right now at the X desk, which they don't like having, Wolverine's kind of an exception because he has his own solo title, but they don't want characters jumping back and forth between teams, which is why I think you're going to likely see Magic not on New Mutants coming up here pretty soon. Kind of like what happened with Polaris, because Leah Williams actually was the one that confirmed that when everybody voted Polaris on, she said that, yeah, basically that meant that was the end of her being on X Factor. But that didn't really matter because X Factor ended at issue 10 anyway. But if it would have continued, she would no longer have been on X Factor. Because they weren't trying to Batman everything and make it where, oh, well, this character, Storm, has time to be on Sword and this, that, and X-Men Red and everything else too. So yeah, there you go. But I do appreciate that Jerry Duggan at least tried. And he's a good enough writer that even with that unseasoned chicken that was the first team, other than Sync and Sunfire, he still made me care about the team. So I'm willing to just go with it. I know Jerry Duggan's a talented writer. He is going to take care of that team. He's going to find a way to make it work because that's just what he does. He knows how to take chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad. This is what he does.
All I'm saying is all these people talking about Firestar was a traitor and she on the team, but y'all kept a whole ass snitch in Scott Summers. Get his ass up out of here, dog. I don't like snitch.
I mean, okay, Legion is not on Disney Plus. I think it might be on Hulu.
No, somebody in chat said it's on Hulu.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Because
Yeah,
it was
there
an
you go.
FX series. It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. So there you go. Also, Legion with the $4.99 says, Blerd Without Fear, can you do a comic about Wolverine? It's called Wolverine Prisoner Zero, and another comic from Spider-Verse, Patton Parnell. Oh, you want me to do like a video about them?
If Wolverine has hot claws, I'll do it.
Oh my god. Yeah, they dropped that shit quick as fuck. They dropped that shit quick as fuck. Let's see here. I'm actually pulling it up right now. I think I have this somewhere. I think I read it at some point, I think. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm almost positive that I've read this at some point. But yeah, I'll look into it. Maybe if I can get if I can't do it, maybe I'll make Carter do it. Gil V with the 24 months says it's a vibe. Talking about the nightlife. Nightlife is so good, man. I want all the world to know about nightlife. And we also got Talali House with the 8 months says, I see no more watching them. I see more watching than likes. Get the likes up. He done told on you. Y'all need to get right. Y'all better get right. Let's see here. Okay, let's get into some questions from the Discord real quick. We got a few. We got one from Dude Man. Says, what's good, my weebles? Says, since Comic-Con is quickly approaching, what are y'all looking forward to come out of this year's Comic-Con? And is there any merch you would grab if you was there? I'm curious to see if any Black Panther stuff comes up. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Black Panther stuff pretty soon. If not at SDCC, we'll see it at New York Comic-Con later this year. Is my belief.
I really want them to do some kind of X-Men clothing line with a lot of the new X drip that we see in these books. How they haven't released merch like that is beyond me.
Yeah. No, I as far as merch goes, I'm not really a merch guy, is the thing. As I've gotten older, I don't like having random and sundry shit just laying around. I actually just threw away a bunch of statues.
We just finished that conversation.
Yeah, I just threw away a bunch of random and sundry shit. So yeah, I don't like keeping shit around. Shadow the Cat says, since we are now getting mutants in the MCU very soon and recent discussions about Ms. Marvel, I wanted to ask, what is the difference between mutants and Inhumans? I haven't read a lot of comics yet, so I wasn't sure their main difference. Also, do you like the Inhuman to mutant change for Kamala? Well, I'll answer that one first. Yes, I do. I'm perfectly fine with it. As far as the difference between Inhumans and mutants, the biggest difference is, and I may be talking out of turn here when it comes to the Inhumans. Inhumans are basically, they were like experiments. They were, it was like an experimental gene, I believe, or something that like goes back a good ways. I could be speaking entirely out of turn here because I am not as well read on the Inhumans as I am, other things. But basically, it's a genetic thing that it's in their DNA, but it has to be activated. Like, you could be an Inhuman, and without going through Terrigenesis, you would be just a normal human. That's what happened with Kamala Khan. She had Inhuman genes in the comics. She got hit by the Terrigenesis. It was the Terrigen bomb that Black Bolt unleashed. And roughly around the time of Infinity, I think. And that's what turned her and a bunch of other characters into the Inhumans. Mutants, they are born. And just like with Inhumans, you can have an X gene, but it doesn't typically activate until you reach maturity. Though there are cases for mutants that are literally born with their power, like characters like Darwin. Darwin was born looking the way he looked. He was born, his ability was already activated at the day of his birth. Characters like Prodigy are another one that their powers didn't kick in at puberty. They actually kicked in way earlier. There are a bunch of other characters that are examples for that, but on the whole, typically, a mutant gains their powers at puberty. But once again, it can also happen way earlier. Some mutants don't get their power till they're good and fucking grown. But yeah. But beyond that, I couldn't really say. What's the other difference? It's kind of like, to me, mutants and Inhumans are no different than metahumans. It's like, what separates you is so minuscule that it doesn't matter. It's why I always think it's funny that people in comics, the humans, normal humans in comics, hate mutants, but they're perfectly okay with the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. You should be more worried about the Fantastic Four. They emit radiation on a regular basis that could kill you. So does the Hulk. But yet, no one's afraid. Well, I mean, people are afraid of the Hulk. But no one's afraid of Reed Richards. Interesting. Let's keep it pushing. Jay Dizzle says, 2 quick questions for y'all brethrens. I read Hellfire Gala and it seemed like Emma was talking to Stark like they knew each other but didn't know one another. I thought they were an item in the mid-2000s when I stopped reading for a bit. Am I right? I like, for the second one, they says, I like some interesting story potentials with the X-Men moving forward, but I'm not familiar with that lineup. What do y'all think, though, about that new roster? Sorry if you've already answered this. Well, technically, we did already answer that one, so, I mean, technically, that question is taken care of. But as far as, honestly, I do think that they had some kind of interactions before. I'm almost positive they had, but I don't know if they ever dated. I don't think they ever dated. They might have. I could be wrong. I don't really read a lot of Iron Man comics because Iron Man comics are usually mid as fuck. I'm just going to be real with you. Very rare. I think I've rarely ever read an Iron Man comic I actually liked. Honestly, I didn't start liking Iron Man comics until when Ironheart was on, and that was a time where everybody seemingly hated him. So, Carter, did you have an opinion? An opinion?
Well, another Iron Man book you need to read is Immortal Iron Man with Doom, because that was really good.
Oh, I did like that one. Talking about Invincible Iron.
No, that was Immortal.
Was it Immortal?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Why did I think that had a different title?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you know what? I'm wrong. It was Infamous Iron Man.
Infamous. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Infamous Iron Man. Yeah. I liked Infamous Iron Man, but I didn't consider that an Iron Man book, really, so it's whatever.
Honestly, anytime I see Emma Frost or Tony Stark, I think they didn't smash some of everybody at some point. So if they did smash each other, it would not surprise me.
I'm sure they probably bumped uglies, but I don't think they've ever dated. Because now there is one character he has, and that's Cersei, of the Eternals. They kind of had a little back and forward, and apparently you're having a little back and forward now with the whole AXE thing going on. Which it took me this long to realize that Avengers X-Men Eternals was Axe. I'd never noticed it till the other day. We got another here from Urban Prince of Strong Style. Says, "Sup, Blerd and Carter? Do you think that Ms. Marvel being a mutant is a result of the Celestials erupting from Earth in Eternals is what causes the mutant gene to activate in the MCU?"
Oh.
I mean, Celestials are connected to mutants in a lot of ways because technically, mutants are technically, I mean, they've always kind of technically been deviants, but they never really leaned into that until very recently. But
those damn dirty deviants.
Yeah, right? Get your hands, look, I actually know what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for someone to grab Druig's shoulder and he'd be like, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty deviant." If they do that, I'm gonna laugh. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a cringe a little, but I'm gonna laugh too. LJ Brown says, "Hey Ernie and Carter, did you hear about the MCU leaks? P.S. Yes. Carter, pour that liquor for Ernie going Easy E, real motherfucking G on Ripper. Wait, Easy drop the line, Drake Day. May Easy have an easy payday." I mean, look, I saw the MCU leaks. I'm gonna wait for Comic-Con. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for I don't like, because honestly, they're very likely true. I think a lot of the ones we've seen are true. But I would rather wait and see what Marvel wants to show me rather than someone's fuzzy camera photo or their
why do people still have fuzzy camera photos?
I don't know.
I think even the basic ass phone got good quality now.
Oh no, this right here. I could shoot. This is not. I mean, this isn't anything fancy. I could shoot my videos with this. It's that good of a camera. I used to when I first started. I used to shoot my videos with my phone.
I used to do that too, and then I bought a flip camera. Shows you my age,
bruh. We got Yasuke here says, "What up, Ernie and Carter? Hope you both are doing well. You already know since SDCC is coming up, we're hearing MCU Hall H rumors as usual. One that stood out to me is the Giancarlo Esposito, my man, bugging out." is as a cast as Professor X. What do y'all think about this casting rumor, and is there any other recent rumors for the MCU that caught your attention? To be honest, Giancarlo is more of Magneto to me. Here's the thing. So first off, because there's some other stuff in there too. I want to address the first part of that. I saw those leaks. From what I heard, they got debunked. From what I heard, but they could still be true. You never know. There might be some truth to them. Where there is smoke, there is often fire. I would think he would make a better Magneto, but I actually could see him as Professor X just because
he's a prick.
Yeah, honestly. Okay, so y'all, when we see him on The Mandalorian, when we saw him in Breaking Bad, we saw him on The Boys. To me, that is Charles Xavier vibes. Like, that's Charles Xavier vibes to me. Like, Carter, you remember that ugly-ass episode of X-Men, the animated series, where Xavier got hit with that Shi'ar energy and he was acting a whole fool? Like, it was basically Onslaught without being Onslaught. He had the cape and he was floating around fucking everybody up. That, to me, was Grand Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian, as far as I was concerned. But no, like, Gus and Stan Edgar, I could easily see him playing Xavier very similar to that. Like, he'll be nice. He'll be, like, okay, so the way he's Stan Edgar when he was around Victoria Newman, that's how I imagine he would play Charles Xavier. He would be a nice person. He would be very down to earth, but he could flip a switch on you in a heartbeat when he don't like you. Or when you get out of line, when you don't put some respect on him being Dean, Big Brother Almighty. Says, P.S. Ms. Marvel as a mutant makes sense. Haters stay mad. P.S.S. This new Resident Evil show, it's not worse than that clusterfuck movie that came out last year, so I dig it. Same. Yeah, because that movie that came out, the one that had Robbie Amell in it, yeah, that movie is some hot trash. And last question from Discord, Ed Boy in the Cut says, why is this little thing for Reed and Tony Stark to question people's morality? Like, motherfucker, of course Xavier Maggs wiped Reed's mind of a mutant gene dampener. These are the same guys who blew up universes. Yes, they had to, but for the 616 to survive. But if anything, that should provide understanding on why the mutants are so secretive. Yeah, no, I agree.
Ooh.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm so happy. Even though I dislike that book because of how certain characters were written, I was surprised that plot thread got picked up.
Oh, no, I knew it was going to eventually. It was a matter of time. And while I enjoyed it more than you did, I've been waiting for a long time for this to be brought up, but I do find it interesting that Reed and Tony are just acting so put upon. But the thing is, after everything we've seen happen, hell, there's a part of that book that I think a lot of people aren't even talking about, is the fact that Orcus is now trying to make it where mutants don't count as being murdered.
Yes.
They're like, it's destruction of property. That's what they're trying to make happen. And I even talked a little bit about it in my commentary on this, that this is how white slave owners used to talk about black slaves. Like, that it wasn't killing someone because they weren't a real person. It was destruction of property.
That's funny you said that, because I sure as shit, because it was, I think it was when he was having, I think it was Faye having, is it Faye Long?
Oh, talking about the guy that's on Mars that's working for Orcus? Yeah, Faye Long.
When he was having the conversation with Tony, I started laughing because I'm like, damn, he basically talking about eugenics for me.
Yeah, no, that's what he was talking about. And then, like, I do appreciate that Tony said, I don't appreciate the way you said mutant problem. I like that Jerry Duggan still kept it where Tony's being problematic, but he's not as problematic as the other people. Like, he's not. I get where Tony and Reed are worried, because they're worried that, like, they might become they're worried that the X-Men are going to become what everyone assumed they were. Like, a lot of fans tried to claim they were when House of X came out. but like they're not trying to do like Superhuman Registration Act type shit. They're not trying to do mutant registration. They're not trying to do concentration camps like what they did with Kamala's Law in the Outlawed story arc in Champions recently. Which if any of y'all haven't read that was actually a very interesting arc where they were literally locking up teenage superheroes and putting them in what were effectively concentration camps that were off the grid that no one knew existed. Keeping them in detention centers and not telling people where they were. So yeah, that was a thing.
One of my favorite parts of that fucking book was, but it was also something that pissed me off because I see that Elite X1 is saying Tony was being a G in this book. Tony was being a fucking douchebag. But
yeah,
the fact that you always bring up about Xavier is that Xavier is an asshole. So was Reed, and so was Tony Stark. And one of my favorite things was when Emma brought up the fact that it's funny that you all want to basically come to me with this when I can't remember how many times us mutants have been going through it. And nobody was avenging a damn thing over here. No. And Tony went on to trying to talk smug about something else. He just kind of glossed over that fact. So,
no, actually, go back to Immortal X-Men this week. Emma, she put Ambassador Mingyu on notice when he was talking about not giving immortality to humans, and she was like, "Why would we resurrect all your random and sundry humans when we still have 16 million dead mutants from the Genosha Massacre that were from Sentinels that were built by humans." Yeah, it's like you were responsible for that. Like, granted, that was more Cassandra Nova than anybody else, but someone had to build the Sentinels. They were built off human money and human influence. So yeah, why the fuck would you why would you resurrect some random human? And I've seen some of the solicits for Judgment Day. There was a part where I think they showed where Cyclops and Jean were standing over people over at the treehouse and were protesting them, saying that it was basically signs like humans, mutants can't, or was it mutants shouldn't have a monopoly on life and shit like that. And then Jean was talking about how there was a person who she was reading her mind, talking about there was a woman in the crowd who was literally thinking, "Why do you guys get to live and die and come back when my baby's still dead?" Like, I mean, they're touching on some really interesting points. They're touching it from a entitled standpoint to a regret standpoint. There's some people who are mad that mutants can come back, but their loved ones can't. And there's some people who are jealous. And there's some people who are genuinely hurt by it because they wish that their loved ones could be brought back or that they could be brought back. Hell, the thing I thought was the funniest thing was when Xavier said that some dude took a mutant growth hormone and then killed himself thinking he was going to come back. And that's why I told us, like, people don't know how it works.
That actually made me laugh.
Oh, yeah. No. Exodus made me laugh because he was like, so? Exodus wasn't shit. And I was like, and? But no, that's how you know Exodus is straight up. But yeah, let's get into some questions from the chat real quick. We got a little bit. We didn't make the time frame I've been trying to hit, but we'll get there eventually. We got one from Jesse Smith. Says, Blerd Without Fear, even though the X Factor book is no more, why do you think there is no X Factor team in the background? Well, no, they are. They're still there. They just aren't an official book team. So like case in point, even though X Factor was ended, we still saw them in Trial of Magneto. And they have been brought up in other capacities. They're still around. Just no book, which I think is stupid. Because I actually really like that book. Leah Williams was killing it on that book. It was really good. Better than it had any right to be. Because I've never been the biggest X Factor guy. But yeah. Says, X-Rip says, live action Yu Hakusho coming to Netflix. What are your thoughts? I hope it's better than Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, that's my Cowboy Bebop and Death Note. That's what I hope is better. Actually, apparently, the Duffer Brothers are trying to do a live action of Death Note with their Upside Down Studios.
Cowboy Bebop.
No, I liked it, but I didn't love it. Like, I liked it because they tried to do something different and not rehash what we've already seen. But I hope that it is better because while I liked it, once I realized it was canceled, it became really hard to make myself continue watching it. Because my wife wanted to finish it, and then when I told her it was canceled, even she was kind of like, okay, well, I'll just let that one go. Let's see here. What else we got in here? It says, can you be an inhuman and a mutant? I don't think so, because the process of teragenesis kills mutants. So if you had an X gene and you were hit with the Terrigen bomb, you would die. Because that was kind of the whole deal with when the Inhumans versus X-Men event. That was what that was about, because teragenesis was that Terrigen bomb that Black Bolt threw down. It was killing mutants. So yeah, that was yeah. But yeah. Let's see here. Tubes one. This isn't a question, but I thought it was very interesting. It says, I'm more worried about the guy who almost sank the eastern seaboard with a footstep than the kid whose powers kicked in when they were being bullied. Exactly. I don't give a good goddamn about someone being born with powers. I'm more worried about the people who get them later. Let's see. Quicksilver and Crystal's daughter. I don't remember that child. But I think, yeah, you might be on. Well, no, actually, that doesn't even count anymore because Quicksilver's not a mutant. That was retcon, so technically, no. That's why I forgot about it. Let's see here. Will you guys be tackling the announcements from Marvel's San Diego Comic-Con live streams on YouTube? There will be interesting details on the futures of each character and team of the Marvel Comics plus Dark Web. I mean, I'm going to keep up with it, and I haven't decided whether we'll do something similar to what we did with DC Fandom, but that's going to be such a long thing. I feel like I would be streaming literally all day if I did that, so we may just wait until the Blerd Cave. Or maybe we'll do a special stream. I don't know, depending on when. I kind of want to wait till everything's out in the wild to talk about it. But once it is, we will definitely talk about it. But yeah, we just have to wait and see what happens. Let's see. I'm looking for more. I'm kind of scanning the chat. Here we go. Shaman05 Line says, Blerd Without Fear and Carter, since you don't have to see his face, Dr. Doom, would you cast Eli Roth, Christopher Waltz, or Kevin Spacey? If not, who'd you cast them as in the MCU? You know what? Carter, this one's easy. Because one of them I wouldn't.
One of them in court right now. Those are some names you didn't pick, boy.
Oh yeah, Eli Roth. I wouldn't want Eli Roth to be Dr. Doom. I wouldn't want Christoph Waltz either. I wouldn't want Christoph Waltz's Dr. Doom either, because it wouldn't be good. But if I had to, I tell you what, if you wanted Eli Roth in the MCU, I don't think he's that great of an actor. I'm just going to be brutally honest. I think he's a better director than he is an actor. But as far as if he had to play somebody,
Crickets, ladies and gentlemen.
And look,
I don't like any of the choices I have to choose from for Dr. Doom.
No. Well, no. I don't like any for Dr. I like Christoph Waltz as an actor. I would love to see him in the MCU with somebody. But that wouldn't be who I would pick. Like,
here's something that'll get me in trouble.
What was that?
I'd rather just bring Julian McMahon back from the original Fantastic Four movies from the thousands with Jessica Alba and shit. I think he was a good.
No, I would too. No, same. If I couldn't get him, I would want the dude from Lucifer. If you couldn't get Julian McMahon, give me the guy from Lucifer. I'd rather have him.
Okay.
But no, I would much. Julian McMahon is honestly, shitty as those movies are, he was the best part of it. He was the best part of it. And I don't mean like by comparison. I felt like, kind of like how we talked about with Gore the God Butcher and Thor: Love and Thunder, I felt like Julian McMahon was in a completely different movie than everybody else. For better or worse. But yeah, everybody else, I don't know. I'm blanking on people for Christoph Waltz and Eli Roth. I wouldn't cast Kevin Spacey in anything because that dude is a whole problem. Just like I wouldn't want Bryan Singer touching a goddamn thing that I want made. I wouldn't have that man direct the making of a sandwich.
Someone said the guy from Lucifer, Tom Ellis, needs to be Mr. Sinister. That will be fire.
Yeah, that would actually. You know what? Honestly, give me Julian McMahon as Doctor Doom and Ellis as Mr. Sinister. I'm in. If you wanted, I tell you what. Let's keep it X-Men. Let's keep it X-Men. If I wanted Eli Roth in something, I would make him be. There you go. Empath. There you go. He could be Empath. He could be, remember the dude from Hellions, the guy that was a piece of shit. He could be that, because that's how I feel his acting. His acting is very stilted.
I don't want the Bear Jew anywhere near any Marvel product.
That's true. That is true as well. As far as Christoph Waltz goes, I think, you know what? I think he could actually play a good Xavier. Because Christoph Waltz is like though he tends to kind of skew to be more goofy and funny sometimes in the shit that he's in, he can be a reserved character in something. And I feel like you could get that out of him. Yeah, that's all I got. Let's see here. If Valerio couldn't do Judgment Day #6 since he now is confirmed, or he's now welcomed a new baby child, will Pepe Larraz take his place? I'm not sure who's going to be taking his place. But if Pepe Larraz did, I'd be fine with it. Let's see here. Oh, hey! It's our fam in here. Michelle O'Rourke in here says, I need my friend's opinion on a cosplay I did from Arcane. I did a cosplay of Jinx. Will you let me know what you boys think, please? Yes, I will.
I recently rewatched that. That shit's still fire.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, it's fantastic. It's fucking fantastic. What the fuck? I'm not sure what that is. Here, if you can you send it to me? Let's see. Going a bit old here, but what about Julian Sands? I can see Julian Sands as something. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I don't know how old that man is now. I don't think I've even seen him in much. Ooh, man, yeah, he done been through some hard times. God damn. But now Julian Sands. Ooh, brother, man, let it go. Let the hair go, pimp. Let it go. Just let it go. But no, Julian Sands used to be in a movie series called The Warlock. I'm not going to show the more current pictures of him because, man, this brother done been through some hard motherfucking times. My God, that man's hairline was already receding, and it has only gotten worse. But this is the guy they're talking about, Julian Sands. Great actor. He actually sold me on those movies. I loved it. If you've never seen it, watch the first Warlock is really good. The second was kind of cheesy, but it still has a soft place in my heart. Let's see here. Are you familiar with SCP? This shit is so well written, it's nuts. The brother who's SCP-3812 is comic book worthy. Check the Vulgan channel on YouTube. Okay, I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to check that out. Hey, is it like, are we talking about like the SCP? Like, is it like the like it was like the cryptids, like those cryptid shorts or whatever? I wonder if that's the same thing. Let's see here. Okay, cool. Thank you. Here, we'll do this and open this up. Shazam. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Let's see. I'm trying to see where it might be. Okay. Is it on the Insta? Because that is the one place I never look. I don't check Instagram for shit. That place is a place I go to for certain things and not others. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all. No. I don't see it. Did you email it to me? Or did you send it to me, like, did you DM me on social media? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. It's not before me. Let's see here. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Christopher Waltz in Inglourious Basterds was freaking terrifying. Yes, he was. It says, yes, the Vulcan is great. Okay. Okay. I'll check it out. I'll check that out. Could you see Sam Witwer playing a villain or anti-hero in the MCU? I can see him playing a lot of things in the MCU. Oh, it's in the chat? Why do I not see it? Where is it in the chat? I don't see it. I don't see it. Am I blind? I might just be blind, y'all. Y'all might have to forgive me. I am blind. Carter, do you see it? Do you see a link?
I do not.
Where?
Okay, where do you even start this SCP thing? There are hundreds of these videos.
Yeah, if it's the channel I think it is, yeah, the Vulcan, here,
I don't know where to start these things.
Yeah, okay, this is what I thought it was. I haven't watched them before, but yeah, I will. I'll definitely be watching them now. Okay, yeah. They just got a sub out of me because I like shit like this. Yeah, the Vulcan Reluctant Interdimensional Traveler. Okay. All right, I'm into it. Let's go. Yeah. Did I see something? Dude, some of these videos are long. God damn, there's one in here that's like 51. Good googly moogly. Jesus. Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, I don't see it in here. I was gonna say just send it to me. If you don't have my Twitter, I was gonna say just DM it to me. Or I would say Instagram, but I so never check Instagram like ever. That is the Twitter, and if it's Instagram, that's the Instagram. But I guess yeah. With that, I'll wait a few seconds just to see if we can get that through, and because it's like 3:15, we're 3 hours 15 minutes in. We'll probably cut bait and get the frack out of Dodge. Let's see here. I'm gonna have both of these up just in case so I can see it if they pop up. Let's see. Yeah, no, I knew what you're talking about. Sam Witwer for Juggernaut, Lord,
Nah, I do Sam Witwer for Havoc.
Yeah, I can see it for Havoc. I can see that. I can definitely see that. I'm looking. Wait, here's one. It says, Blerd Without Fear. If a Blerd were to start his trip down the rabbit hole of D&D, what would you recommend? Honestly, if you want to just get in, just on the ground floor, I would say just, man, pick up a PHB, Player's Handbook, and just go from there. I would also say if you want to get an idea of what D&D is like, watch stuff like Critical Role, Matt Mercer's Critical Role, because it's a live play of Dungeons and Dragons with other like celebrities and voice actors. And I would also say check out the Critical Role Amazon Prime series, Vox Machina. While it's goofy, it is based on the Critical Role live play of D&D. So there's that. Check your Twitter. Okay, here. I'm here. Bam. And bam. This is awesome. You did a fantastic. Do you want me to show it? Do you mind if I show it? Let's see. Because if you don't mind if I show it, I will show it. Let's see here. Let me do this real quick. Here we go. Here, let me see. What's this right here? Let's see here. It's supposed to be like Lovecraft interdimensional creatures. Talking about the SCP stuff. Okay, cool. And thank you. I don't like just showing people shit for, just because. Okay, here. We're pulling up now. Bam. That is awesome.
That's scary how much that looks like Jinx.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I was thinking the same exact thing. I'm like, dude, this is spot on. This is legit spot on Jinx. Like, this is like, honestly, I almost, you know what I started hearing, Carter, in my head? I started hearing the Imagine Dragons popped on in my head.
Let me put my glass on to see better. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, no, this is very good. You did a fantastic job with this. Dude, props. Here, matter of fact, here, let's fuck it, we're gonna drop a bomb. There you go. We dropping the clues bombs. Dropping it for the fantastic cosplay of Jinx from League of Legends and Arcane. This is awesome. You did a fantastic job. Hell yeah. And you know what? I feel like that's a good high note to go out on. So, Carter, what you got going on, man? You got anything coming up?
None of y'all business. Stay out of my business, man. I'm gonna. Well, I was gonna see if you wanted to get back into streaming GTFO.
Oh yeah, no, I'm down. You just gotta tell me when, man. Just tell me when, and I will be there. We also need to stream Evil Dead.
Dude, I've been on that Death Stranding so much.
Oh yeah, same.
I kind of put Evil Dead to the wayside, but we do need to get back on there.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, most certainly. I think that's awesome. I don't have anything to announce other than not this week, but the following week. I will be going out of town, but that's not gonna mess up anything for the Blerd Cave, so it doesn't really matter. But if videos are a little behind the week that I think Judgment Day comes out, that will be why. Because I won't be back until Wednesday, and it probably won't be till later that day. So I'll be videos. So yeah, the week. Yeah, I'll be out of town the 25th, 26th, and 27th. So I think that's when Judgment Day drops. I'm not 100% on that. I could be entirely wrong about that. But let's see here. I'm double checking myself is what I'm doing right now. I'm checking the schedule for that week. Oh my God, really? Why do they always make me have to log in every time I go on this damn thing? Because I legit shouldn't have to. I thought I checked that box. Let's see here. New comics. Okay, let's see. What's that week? No. Actually, nothing really big comes out that week. I might just, I could take that week off maybe. I don't know. We'll see. When does Judgment Day? Is not gonna be till a little later than maybe. Here, I'm just kind of seeing what my future holds. Yeah, no, we're gonna be good. Okay, so yeah, nothing changes. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Thank y'all for hanging with us. Elite X, what's that? I might be bearing Steam gift soon, Lord. Bruh, my guy's out here. I know you were looking at some games the other day. I already have In Silence, if that's what you're talking about. But I have In Silence and Deceit, I think. And one of the others I think you mentioned the other day. But The Quarry, I think, is 20% off, I think, right now, or 15% off on Steam. I almost bought it, even though I have it on PlayStation. Just because.
I was about to ask you, don't you already have that?
I was thinking about buying it again, just play on PC. Even though it doesn't matter. I mean, the game looks great on PS5. But yeah. That's gonna be a thing. Let's see here. When does I have a good way till Judgment Day. No, wait, no, I don't. Hold up. When does Judgment Day #1 come out? No, not Judgment. I said Judgment Day, asshole. Here it is. When does that drop? Oh, no, it's next week, so yeah. Nothing's going to change there. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing great. You're staying happy, sane, healthy out there, people. Patreon content and Blerd Club content will be coming out either later tonight or tomorrow morning. So keep an eye out for that. Also, another video. I think I'm going to do a video for Wolverine tomorrow. That might drop tomorrow or Monday. So, sorry I'm behind on a lot of this stuff. Just I've been very, very, very fucking busy. That said, I hope you guys take care of yourselves. We'll see you all next time. And, yeah. For Carter Presents, I'm Blerd Without Fear. We out of here. Hogan, you can go to hell.
Bye!